live. I
We
think we're
are
live now. We're officially live. Yes.
yeah, but
It
take
says
the
live.
if I
Actually,
were, I would still delete the link of the comments on the comment section.
I
The
had to
public.
delete it on YouTube
Oh,
because it
okay.
didn't let me delete it there. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm hearing my voice. Sorry. That's the worst thing in the world. Oh, I had a session with my communications coach, and he literally made me listen to myself and watch myself like a play by play. And honestly, we spent like 30 minutes just like roasting myself because I was just saying some dumb things.
Like
Like,
what?
like, working on my communication skills, one thing I've realized just replaying myself is that I don't finish a complete sentence.
You
And
mean like you just continue? You go on with another idea and another idea, or like
yeah, like my ADD just takes full course and it's just rabbit hole down. Then I make up words that seemed to make sense at the time. I had a podcast interview today that actually went really well, though, and I was
that's
super
awesome.
concise. I was like, "Let's go." And, so my communications coach, he had me do these drills. So he, like, recorded me not recorded me, he had a timer for 30 minutes. He would ask me a question, and I would have to, like, see that question like, answer the question within 30 to 60 seconds flat, as concisely, as precisely as possible. And we did that, like, for, like, 15 minutes, and I have to say, like, that really helped me out for this interview. I was like, "Shit."
Hell yeah,
And on
that's
top of that, for the
amazing.
podcast interview, they gave me questions too, so I just, like
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Like that's my problem as well. Like I think my issue is I do finish my sentence, let's say, but then in my mind, I'm like, what if this person that I'm talking to didn't understand, didn't get the point? So then I say the same thing but in a different way. Like just in case, it's like a fucking second net, you know? Like the first time in case you didn't understand what I said, this is me saying it a different way just in case you didn't get the message. So my message gets across, but I think that backfires.
just in case. I don't think that's a bad thing. He's what did Justin say? Justin was like, I think it depends. If you're just clarifying your sentence or clarifying and adding some kind of visual element to what you're saying to just get someone to understand it on a deeper level, that's
Mhm.
actually good communication skills.
Well, damn.
So then you're a good communicator. I think you're pretty concise. I think I'm a good communicator, but like when I'm full ADD, like I don't know, I just ADD things out. Like I'm like I'm not like that,
Attention
but
deficit disorder, right?
yeah, everyone has it. I'm not special. I'm not special. I'm not a victim. Everyone has this shit. So, Karen, so nice to see you on a Friday night.
That's right. With the queen of live streams herself. Can we give
Nah,
it up for Cynthia?
I think you're like the princess if I'm the queen,
Oh,
because you're like in all of my live streams as well.
what the hell? What the hell
You're
is
my guest
Gray?
of honor.
He's like,
You're my co-host. You're
oh,
officially my co-host.
I don't know. That Drake's your co-host. I couldn't
He's
possibly.
also my co-host. Yes, he is also my co-host, and no one can take Dre's place. But that is why there is a new place for additional co-hosts, and you're one of them.
Damn it.
Ah, introduce yourself to the two people watching, which is probably you and me right now.
So, to the two people watching that are probably ourselves,
Very much.
I am
Influencers.
Karen Chalco. I do web marketing and a bunch of stuff outside of work
Like
for
what?
clients, but websites and UX design and improving user experience on websites is basically what I spend my time doing these days, honestly, for the most part.
Sounds like a true SEO in my opinion. Or do you think a true SEO is like always in the technicals? Dre is here. What's up, Dre? You should be
Right.
flattered. You're you're uh you're a special guy.
That's right. And I mean, with the way the world is moving, maybe I think that is a true SEO, you know?
That's what Dre has been saying lately
Like,
with the new
yeah,
SEO update.
the new SEO updates are prioritizing what like the user experience and
Yep.
just being consumer centric, user centric, I think at the most basic level. So I think you've got it. You've got it spot on, Cynthia.
Yeah, I think I might dabble in SEO a little bit. I don't know. We'll see.
Ooh. Ooh,
We'll see.
okay.
What do you think, Dre, in the comments? What do you think? I'm curious. How do you feel about that comment that I just made? I said a true SEO is what Karen is doing, which is a ton of user experience design. You said a lot of other things, but I really just heard that one. My ADD prevented me from hearing the whole load of that.
I love it. Maybe that's work. Maybe that's work to your advantage because you just prioritize things. You don't like you take like a cliff notes of what people are saying.
I think it's just me being stupid, but I'll take it, okay.
Uh,
Whatever you say, Karen, whatever you say.
take it.
And for the
Take it.
2 I am, and for the 2 people watching, which is now, I'm assuming me and Dre on
Woo.
YouTube, my name's Cynthia. I am a digital advertising strategist, consultant, coach, all of it. Um I manage enterprise level e-commerce accounts and I am a digital marketing coach helping other freelancers excel in their career to hit past the 6 figures on their own. That is my goal for each and every one of my client.
Woo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what
That's
I do.
awesome.
So you're saying that today you conquered Data Studio.
That's correct. That is correct.
What was the hang up before with Data Studio? I just feel like Data Studio is one of those things that is just I don't know, you kinda just customize one of those templates that they give you and just rock and roll with it.
That's that's when I started. That's what I because honestly, this is my first time using Data Studio. I hadn't used it before. Because it's just like our the way we report like is all over the place. We use a bunch of different tools, a bunch of different like third party platforms and stuff.
Mhm.
But for me, it was getting to a point to where like the issue was that well, not on Data Studio, but the issue was that like every time I would go and like lead some kind of editorial SEO project or something, like I would have to manually like and I don't know why I was doing this, but I mean, this is the way I guess I've always done it, which is just like go in into Search Console and be like, well, here's the trend, and maybe just throw it on a spreadsheet and call it a day. But now it's
Mhm.
like, now that I feel like for me, being at such a big organization, like reporting is incredibly important. And having concise information that's shareable with a link to like anybody, like for example, from the marketing department to somebody in product is like super, super important because we just have so many people working on so many little parts of the site. So Data Studio was like, well, I had heard that Data Studio was like doing great, or like other people were doing great things with Data Studio. And so I was like, I want to do this. Let's see what you got. And I also like, I was like, okay, I'm gonna just use this template. I'm gonna plug and chug and call it a day. That's not how it worked.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like you could start off a template and then you customize it,
Yeah, yeah.
based on what you're what kind of insights you're looking to generate. What's I think where a lot of people screw up with reporting is just showcasing data in a certain way. Like, I think that's just one level of it, and I think that
Hmm.
serves its purpose as, like, some kind of weekly report, like, on a week to week basis, but
Hmm.
then you need some kind of in-depth, like, monthly or at least minimally quarterly that talks about all the initiatives and their, like, effect on the website and how they've actually taken place, like, which tests actually came through and which tests were an absolute flop, and you just like a recap of everything that you've done. That's something
Yeah.
I do with my clients, and I started implementing like quarterly reviews with my
Mhm.
clients. And even after we run like a specific promotion, we'll have like a postmortem where we'll talk
Yep.
about it. We'll like, this is how much data we've generated, or not data. These are the results that were yielded. And, moving forward, we found that X, Y, and Z was really, really important. I learned X, Y, and Z as well, blah, 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 blah. And that way we're able to actually use the data in a way that moves the company forward.
Right. For sure. And like
Yeah.
that's how do you do that, by the way? Do you like, because the way we do it is just like throw it on a deck and present it and stuff and just share it around with the team and
Pretty similarly. I think, like, so data studio reporting is very they like, I'll have that on a weekly basis, right? And then the more in-depth stuff, I'll actually have a deck and I'll break it down and I'll make, like, a legitimate presentation.
right, right.
I think that's have I told you this already? In order for you to excel in your career to, like, move up director position or plus, and even as a freelancer, like, what matters more than anything is processes and presentations, those 2 Ps.
That's if that's the only thing I've learned, oh my gosh, that is
Yeah,
like aside from all like, yeah, great marketing, like marketing things that I've learned, like it's
a
just
minimum.
it is insanity. Like, and I feel like that, like that's common sense. Like I feel like before working here, like like obviously that's gonna make sense.
Mhm.
That's what's gonna like move you up, but it's like just at another fucking caliber of how you implement processes, like well-oiled machines,
Mhm.
the way these things are working. And like I don't know, I just sit there in awe sometimes and looking at like, wow, this is like what we've built together. Like I don't know, it's awesome to see like when well, of course there's always times from projects that we have to learn, there's room for improvement, blah blah blah, but like to be able to see like the progress that you make as a team and to see like this is the impact, and this is like how we started it started as like basically everybody wanting something, like it's this big mess into like something beautiful in my eyes is just like I don't know, that's like the best feeling.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I mean, if you're in a manager position or some kind of coordinator, project manager, even director, anytime that you can bring clarity or make clarity out of mess, like, you're fulfilling your role, you're actually adding value. Like, that's the ultimate value is clarity, like, with your clients and
Hmm.
with your job. Like, that was the whole point. I think well, this was what I noticed. Within my company, a lot of people didn't understand how to make sense of the data. So I
Got it.
felt like I was like some kind of translator, essentially, making presentations and trying to make sense of it and then giving direction as to where to move based on what I'm seeing, based on what I'm
Mm-hmm.
seeing revenue wise and how that interacts with traffic and how that's influenced by advertising and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was, basically like the translator and the prophet of,
Ooh.
like, all data. So, I think, my point was if you I forget what my point, but I guess my overall point is just, like, if you wanna excel, anything that you wanna do is just, like, adding clarity through presentation, through good communication skills, or, like I mean, like, the best thing you could do is have a deck
For sure, like,
and
and
talk
that is
about it
the
and break it
way
down.
we're a very meeting heavy culture. So that is like keeping people in the loops is like half the job almost, I feel like. Um, and I feel like for us, it's almost maybe the opposite where we have so much data. We have so many like dashboards, spreadsheets, numbers. Like we are a very technically, I feel like, inclined organization. And there's just
Mhm.
like numbers. You want a number for this? We got it somewhere. And it's like then the details are like, yeah, how do you cut above the noise and say like, okay, put it on a nice silver platter and say like, for example, to the content team, like here's his keywords, you know, um, rock with it and write some awesome content.
Word. Sorry, I just changed this shit around.
Oh, wait, can you put it back? Can you put it back again?
Well, so this is, like, more of, like,
Okay.
where you see all of us, and then this is, like, cutting in. Actually, like, which one do you like better? I like cutting in better.
I think cutting in works better. It's better for the user.
Yeah, because 'cause you're all about user experience, you know?
That's right, user experience.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What's up, Ray? Ray says, "I agree that UX is the way. Looking at SEO trends going back and going forward." I think that's basically all Trayshawn talks about, and it makes sense to me. At the end of the day, that's why quality score is important. I mean, quality score is not an end all be all metric, but there's a reason why Google has it in place so that they can ensure utmost quality on their product. You know, they want to ensure that everyone's having a good time on Google. And when you search for something, something ridiculous doesn't pop up.
Tell
I
us,
mean,
Cynthia, what encompasses what are things that make a good quality score? What are these things
I hate
that
quality score so much, and all conversations consisting of quality
why the
score.
heck did you bring it up, Cynthia? Like I thought
It's
this was
just because we're talking about user experience, and
something.
basically, quality score is a metric that another word for quality score would be relevance or relevancy, a score for relevancy. And the whole point of Google having a quality score is to ensure proper and good user experience, a good experience for the end user. User experience is everything, is what I'm trying to say, both on the PPC end and very much on the SEO front.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And tell us, like, I feel like I should interview you as well because I feel like you're always asking questions, but people need to pick your brain. So, like, I feel like I need to be interviewing you here. So tell us, Cynthia, like, what major?
Okay, co-host Karen.
Yeah, that's right, princess,
Princess of all live streams.
princess of live streams. What was I gonna say? Oh, so what do you think? Okay, what in your eyes? So we've talked about, okay, this is the way SEO is moving. Where is PPC moving? Where is like paid media going in your eyes at a high level?
Paid media is going very this is interesting. I think, especially in Google, I mean, Facebook has always been, like, very machine heavy, machine
Hmm.
learning heavy, but now with the introduction of smart campaigns like smart shopping, smart bidding is now much more widely accepted. Um, Google's algorithm is improving just rapidly on a daily basis. I think we're all leaning on leveraging machine learning in every way, shape, and form. Like with smart bidding, with smart campaigns. Before we didn't really trust it. I think advertisers had the mentality of like, "Hey, Google's just gonna take your money, so you should trust me to manage your account," and things like that. And I
Yeah.
think that now advertisers can be like, "Oh, wait, I can trust Google, and now I can actually be a marketer and give these campaigns and give the clients that I'm working with kind of like that, um, give them the human level strategy, you know, think more creatively. Think about ways in which we can leverage PPC to actually move the needle instead of focusing on day parting, which is like bid adjustments on a daily level and things like that. Like Google can handle all of that now. With smart shopping, there's no search term data there. So, I mean, my Google rep says that they're going to work on that. They're actually fixing on they're making sure that they're or Google will actually roll out, more visibility for search term data, for smart shopping campaigns, but the fact that they don't have it now kinda shows you that everything is kind of we're leaning on Google more essentially so that we can do, more of the human level strategy work. Automation, Nick said it perfectly. Automation can work for you if you make it. Yeah, I think in the age of automation, that's kind of where we're moving into now. So it's our job now to feed the machines good data
Hmm.
because the machines are just going to automate whatever you give them. But now it's kind of like, for example, like with Facebook dynamic creative campaigns, like DCA campaigns, you're basically feeding a ton of different images, static images, videos, and things like that, copy, headlines. You're just throwing all of it in there and Facebook is gonna figure out what works for each audience accordingly. So you wanna feed it, like, the best information that you could possibly feed it, you know?
Dang.
Yeah,
That's
that's
interesting.
what about SEO? Like, where do you I guess it's the user experience kinda thing, right?
Yeah. Wait, I was gonna ask. Wait, I was gonna say something. Make another comment on that, but on the paid side, real quick, which is that I remember, even though I never got into like real any kind of in depth like PPC or like paid work,
Mhm.
but I do remember clearly like when we took like Seth's course that it was a very like anti automation kind of sentiment in the course. So to
Yeah.
hear you say this is like that's pretty freaking awesome. You know, the industry's moving. You got to keep up with it because if somebody watched that now, um, I mean,
Yeah.
there's
Unfortunately, I hear that a lot, and I'm just like,
oh
yeah, so it's not wrong, and I think that manual manual bidding and manual campaigns still have their place, especially when you
mhm,
have a super small budget
mhm,
and you have to literally account for every dollar. If, like, you're running, like, ads at, like, $100 a month, you wanna make sure you're managing each and every 1 cent, right?
yeah,
So that's where manual bidding will kinda kick in, but if you have a surplus of data, Google's machines are going to be able to optimize that much more efficiently than any human possibly can, and faster. So it only makes sense to leverage that, you know? And
yeah,
I think that yeah, that whole notion is just super old school. I think now the notion is more or less like everyone's even crazy about automation. Like everyone's like, "Yeah, Google automation." I think like to be different is to say, "How about both?" You know, like it depends. Like that common SEO question, like the common SEO response to everything, like it depends. And
yeah.
it's the same thing with PPC. It depends. Just don't be afraid of it and don't automatically cross it off. I think you're just gonna shoot yourself in the foot if that's the case as an advertiser. And it's crazy how a lot of agencies are actually really backwards with things.
That's the thing. Like blanket statements. Oh yeah, Nick makes a good point. Automation wasn't nearly as good in 2016, 2017. Well,
Yeah, I agree, but it is now. That's why, like, back then, we are just like, "Oh." I started getting decent in 2018, and now I think it's just gonna replace all of, like, I think have you ever heard of, like, the T-shape marketer?
the
Or, like,
T. No, I
the
have not.
the profile of the T-shape marketer? Have you ever heard how Google only hires, like, T-shaped people?
I have not. Care to explain?
Yeah. So basically, I think with automation, it's more important now than ever to have like I'm going to I'm going to say this and I'm going to say it with a grain of salt. This like full stack approach to marketing.
Hmm.
So the PPC people that really win and that won't get replaced are the ones that understand the whole entire marketing machine, but then really anchor themselves in advertising,
Hmm.
behavioral psychology, and understanding a bit of like statistics in order to make projections and things like that. So these are the people that are going to win, but they understand a little bit of everything. Like it's
Hmm.
not enough for you to just know a little, like just silo yourself in SEO. Now you kind of need to know a little bit of everything and then anchor yourself in like a T. I'm trying to look up the T-shaped marketer. I want to show you a visual of it. This is what I preach to my clients that this is what they need to become if they want to actually build like a fruitful career in this. Otherwise, they're kind of like fucked.
I love it.
Yeah, like I think you need to have like a full stack approach, but really anchoring your services in just one thing specifically. So for
That.
you, it behooves you to know a little bit of about PPC because that is traffic, right?
Hmm.
But to just be a fucking beast at SEO.
Absolutely. I'm gonna. I mean, I'm gonna even Google this stuff up. Research. Homework for Karen.
I'm gonna show you a visual right now.
Okay.
I had it on a deck somewhere, but I fucked up and I lost it. Let me see. Okay, so this is what I preach essentially. How many people we got in here, by the way? 3 people watching. Nick, Dre,
Woo!
and me probably. Like this video if you like this live stream and if you like my face and Karen's face. You know, we're very sensitive people, so please like. Please subscribe. Please
Or
ask us questions.
you don't like our faces
Yeah,
because
like it
I don't like
anyways.
my face. So why would I expect you to like my face?
All right. Well, you heard it here. Karen needs therapy. So,
Common Latinx therapy.
my therapist is she's an awesome Puerto Rican chick.
Oh shoot, you need to refer me over.
She's so cool. Yo, we be cursing up a storm.
Oh, I
I'm
forgot.
like, she's so awesome. And she's like, she's legitimate. She's super legit. All right, I'm gonna show you a screen share. Can I show my screen?
Yo, did you hear my sister laughing in the background or no?
I didn't. Did she hear us say something or?
No, she's laughing at her own things. She just loves viewing memes.
Memes are good.
Alive.
Memes are good. Okay, so the T-shaped marketer here. So you know a little bit about content marketing. You understand email marketing. You understand data and analytics. This really seeps into all of this. Paid media, search marketing, which is basically paid media, right? Well, more SEO.
Right.
Social media, e-commerce marketing, which can encompass all of these things. And then you really anchor yourself in Facebook ads, Google ads, Instagram ads, LinkedIn ads, etc. But best believe that I'm pretty decent in all of these. I mean, I've had to that's why I picked a position working as a digital marketing manager, because you have to manage each and every one of these people or these departments more or less. And in order to properly manage them, you need to know what it is and you need to kind of do it yourself. And I've been doing it myself as a personal brand, I guess, if you will. And yeah, and then you find like you can now adapt omni-channel approaches as well. I think it's really, really limiting for you and your client if you were to just focus on one service without neglecting the impact of pairing it up with another service. Like paid media or like Facebook ads for e-commerce works really nicely with email marketing.
Got it.
And maybe you don't necessarily provide it, but you definitely want to give direction to the client.
But I think that's where we have to find a balance, right? Because it's like you obviously we want to center ourselves in one area, but like, would you say, in your opinion, is like, would the area to concentrate in first would be, in your case, for example, the paid like Facebook ads or something, and then once you have that handled or you have that kind of like established, then you move on to like pairing it with like email marketing instead of like doing it prematurely. Like, is there, in your eyes, is there kind of like a right timing to all of this, or not really?
That's a good question. You know, I think the question should be, or what should lead you to want to start implementing more omni-channel approaches would be to solve a specific problem. I think it all starts with a problem. Right. So you should know a little bit of all of this. You should have these tools in your tool shed, very high level, but you won't have a deep understanding until you run against a problem. And then you're like, fuck, you know, in order for us to kind of squeeze more value from our marketing efforts within Facebook ads, we should implement a solid email marketing kind of strategy, you know, just to close those gaps more efficiently.
I think,
so it's all problem based.
Do you think then that a lot of people are not taking it that in like with that intention in mind? Do you think some people are like just doing email marketing just to do email marketing, or like is there? I wonder if like from your side, like dealing with a wealth of clients, like are people doing stuff just to do stuff?
Yeah, but I would say it's more of like the freelancers, like the marketers that do this.
Oh. Hmm.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's necessarily the clients because it's like they don't have to hire anyone. They're doing it themselves. So it's like, what's the loss anyways? They're like just learning.
Right, right, right.
But I noticed that a lot of marketers, they think like I have to Dre and I did a live on Facebook, and we were kind of in real time talking to someone that was trying to build out a ClickFunnels account for a funeral home. So, not everything needs a funnel is what I'm trying to say, like, not everything needs that kind of model, that webinar model,
Yeah,
especially a funeral home, so more rookie marketers, more amateur marketers try and fit this square peg into a round hole kinda situation, like, not everyone needs paid media. Like, it's not always profitable for people. I think everyone more or less needs SEO, but sometimes the kind of SEO and the SEO strategy can vary,
yeah.
and the work that
The
entails.
implementation would be way, way different.
Exactly. So, I think it's more like more amateur marketers think, "We're gonna go in here, we're gonna run some ads, and it's gonna be great, and we're gonna make so much money," and it's like, do when you take a step back and you really think about the business and the problems that you're trying to solve, will that solve it efficiently? Like, or are you just trying to make a sale?
Right.
So that's where I see that a lot, where the people just try to make a sale, and it's just like, will that really work though? Like, does it make sense? Like, are there other avenues they should be exploring?
Lower hanging fruit. Then a
Yeah,
quick little.
that term is so common, but it's true. Like, not just lower hanging fruit, like a much more efficient way to just like spend your efforts. Like, if you're working with a startup,
You
their
gotta
time is
be,
super limited.
yeah.
So maybe they should be doing something else. I don't know.
That's
Like,
I feel like, and I relate that back to like this immigrant experience. Like I don't know. When I hear startup, I feel like it's like you're nimble, you're doing a lot,
yeah.
and you're prioritizing things because you don't always have the, I don't know, the huge scaled team that a larger company does.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I equate that to like immigrant hustle and doing more with like with what's more efficient,
And I kind of like that.
squeezing the juice out, out of the lemon in the most efficient way because you don't have the same resources as everybody else.
Yeah. I like that. Like, I like that scrappiness. I'm really
Yeah.
scrappy too. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love it. But it just means you have to be more strategic,
Mhm.
be smarter people. It keeps you super sharp. It keeps you super sharp. What would you say is like the coolest oh, I thought you were laughing just now. I'm like, why are you laughing? I didn't even say anything.
You're
What
like,
would
oh
you
my
say
God,
is
Jenny.
like what would you say is the coolest perk of working with Glassdoor?
There's many perks. There's too many to mention. Um,
Oh. Oh.
that's why. Why do you think I'm here still?
Do you plan to never mind.
Yeah.
I don't think
Very
you feel comfortable saying that.
sorry.
Yeah. But what's the coolest part, would you say?
I mean, at the very most basic level, it's just the people, like just amazing, smart, talented human beings that like I would have never in a million years as a freelancer been able to like work alongside with. And it's just people that are truly great at what they do, like just freaking geniuses in my mind at least. Um, and other people in other disciplines, like what the data analysts on our team, just like straight up building complex reports of our super complicated funnel that we have, or just really talented engineers, just like in all these disciplines. Like I've been able to like just work with so many people outside of marketing and really like widen your perspective. It's just a major reset in terms of like, because I feel like we're in our marketing bubble all the time. Like, yeah, we talk about SEO, PPC, email. Like, yeah, but it's all here. But it's
Mhm.
like, holy shit, like till a product manager or to an engineer, like a lot of this means absolutely nothing. And it just, I don't know. It's just, first of all, like a mindset shift almost, like just puts everything into perspective, first of all. And puts my work into greater perspective and into like how I explain this, how I explain what I do differently, because how I explain what I do to you isn't how I explain what I do to like, I don't know, somebody else in some other, like in our business operations department or something.
Mhm.
And then of course, like, I don't know what other perks. I don't know. They send me gifts all the time. Because like
Gifts are
Glover used to
fun.
do, huh?
Gifts are fun. Like happy hours? Any happy hours?
Tons of happy hours. I haven't been, honestly, to be honest, I haven't been attending those as much, but like, oh here, they sent this thing, a mug in the mail.
Ooh, let's see the mug. Let's see the glass door mug.
Like they send this for every holiday, everything, they send something different. They send like a thing for their employees. So it's like just,
What's in it? Is
it's,
there chocolate in there?
it's Starbucks, I think. Honestly, I haven't even,
Oh.
but
Dang, they didn't
yeah,
even put like chocolate in there? What the hell?
I don't know. But the thing is, like, they always do like little thoughtful things like that. And I'm like, aw, Glassdoor, stop it.
Cute. Oh, that's so
I
nice.
feel so cared for.
That's so nice. Dre
No.
says, Karen, don't you hate it when people overcomplicate SEO in the corporate world?
Oh my gosh. I was gonna
That's
comment on his
so
post.
annoying.
I was gonna comment on your post, Dre,
So how do
but
you feel about that comment?
huh?
How do you feel about that comment that
Oh
people
my god.
overcomplicate SEO?
Story of my life. Story of my life. Like, I was gonna reply to that or to, I think I saw a post about that somewhere. Somewhere.
Dre
Yeah.
posted it on LinkedIn and
And like
Facebook, probably. I don't know.
it like spoke to my soul. It spoke to like everything inside me because like that's, especially I feel like now I think more mastered the art of speaking like corporate people. But especially
We gotta delve into that in a second. But finish your sentence.
like, yeah, I all I can say is I agree. It is. I think I started to see it as like a necessary evil, where like, yeah, it sucks, but you need to be able to communicate with these people at the same time, especially like even if it's not as an employee. Like, let's say I want to do business with this person or with these people. Like, I need to be able to communicate at with the way they are at their level or whatever. And so that's where I had to like really learn, and that's why I immersed myself in like in the company culture and in just like this corporate world. When I was in San Francisco, like even outside of Glassdoor, like so many freaking networking events. If I told you how many networking events I went to, like insanity, and all with like corporate tech people,
Hmm.
because I was like, I have to become a part of this scene. I need to be able to speak like them. I want to be able to speak like them almost, because
Hmm.
then I have it like as a switch, like as a flip. Like I can activate it if I want, instead of it being like a thing where it was like in the beginning for me like uncomfortable.
Mm. So when you say speak like them and speaking corporate, right?
Yeah.
What exactly does that mean?
Just just like overcomplicating the simple things. Like it could be something like
That's speaking corporate, making everything just overly complicated.
overly complicated, or at least my experience. I don't know. Maybe I'm not like speaking for every company, but
No,
um,
I think Dre agrees, and so do I.
like it's. I feel like I need to come up with an example, though. I feel like I need to come up with an example of like something that they would overcomplicate.
While you're thinking, Dre says, I learned that shit, but it's like, fuck that. I want to talk the way I want to talk. I fucking agree. This is why, like, that's another question I want to ask you. With my personality type, like, it's impossible for me to have a job. Simply, I'm just way too independent. I don't like, I appreciate rules. I love
Mhm.
to learn about them so in depth so that I could break them strategically and make them work for me. So I just don't do well at jobs. Like I will do really well in a job. It's just I won't be happy kind of thing.
Right.
I
And I
don't get like
think,
the ultimate freedom. So don't forget about that example. You were thinking on it. You were stewing on an example.
oh shoot, I just screwed up. Oh wait. Okay, I thought I closed the screen. I thought I
You were
accidentally.
so deep in thought, like
Wait. Okay. No, but I haven't
so
thought of an example.
think of an
Hmm.
example. Think of an example. In the meantime, I gotta let people know that I'm live streaming with you on
Okay.
Instagram. So in this interim, as Karen is thinking of an example, a corporate speak example, please take a second to like this video because you like Karen's face and subscribe.
Ooh.
She's working on it. I'm going to refer her to my therapist. And yeah, let's let's let that stew. Let's think.
Let's
Should
wait.
I
I
put
want
on
to think
music? Should I
about.
put on Jeopardy music?
Huh?
Should I put
Wait,
on music? Should I put on Jeopardy music?
no, don't put, no. Could
This is gonna distract you.
wait? Didn't the Jeopardy guy die?
Yeah, Alex Trebek died.
Uh, no.
I don't know. Oh wait. Ryan. Dre says, I've heard people overcomplicate shit as simple as featured snippets. People do that in
Really?
PPC all the time too. Like but that's the thing. They make it sound like jargon, and I don't want to spill the beans on specific agencies, but a lot of people make it overly complicated so that the client
Oh.
then feels like, okay, I can never understand this on my own, so I need them. That's like a tactic.
Okay. Honestly, okay, I get it with agencies though. Like I get the reasoning why. Like
Mm.
you're trying to keep clients hooked on you. So that to me that makes more sense
Yeah.
than as compared to like an in-house like yeah, marketing department or something.
I guess with in-house, I think it's maybe an ego thing, just where everyone's at.
Mhm.
Maybe like I feel like Silicon Valley, everyone just like smells their own farts, anyways. I feel like that's just the vibe I get. Like everyone just loves the smell of their farts, like their
Have
techie
you
farts.
have
That in
you
LA too.
whoa. Did you just group LA and Silicon
No.
Valley?
Silicon Valley is definitely more smart, more cool and laid back
Okay,
for sure.
okay.
Like I love San Francisco. Like dead ass, I love it. But like I've never I've never been in like a networking event, but people that I know from San Francisco, they always name drop companies, right? Every time, like my friend works at Google, or like I used to intern at Google. Like that's the first thing that they enter with. And then in LA, people from LA, the first thing that they say is like my cousin's nanny's friend's daughter is Kim Kardashian's driver. Like that's how they start a conversation. They'll just drop some kind of relation with a celebrity. So I noticed I don't know if it's a California thing. I don't know. Like
Wait,
I'm just
so
like I don't fucking care. Like if
but we're
I were
talking
to
about
like
you mentioned networking events, right?
yeah. I've never been to like a hardcore networking event. Like I've been to networking events in New York City, right? And for
Oh,
some reason, like I'll talk to people that are from San Francisco and they'll lead with that.
mhm.
Like I could just tell. And then I've been told that that's the vibe as well. But I've noticed in LA, like everyone's cousins, second, third cousins is like related to freaking Kim Kardashian. Like I don't get it. So it's like it's a name dropping thing. Maybe New Yorkers do that too. I don't know.
Um, it's because in my perspective, I'm like, well, why would you not? Because you're at a networking event, a network. So like let's say maybe if you're like in
That's
a
true.
casual, like, okay, yeah, like less, I don't know, some kind of other social event type thing. Maybe I guess I could see it differently, or
I
maybe
feel like it just
everything's
feels like
actually like,
overkill.
huh?
Sometimes it feels like overkill how they do it, though. It's like, or maybe that's a me thing. I don't know.
Did you hear my sister this time?
I thought that was the door opening. Apparently, that was a human. Yo, someone from San Francisco agrees with me. Okay, so Ray says, "This is way too true as someone who lived in SF for a few years." I feel
Right.
like that's like a thing. Like even at a coffee shop, it's like you overhear people like talking about like like a Google that their friend works at or something. Like it's just kind of the banter. It's weird.
It's because it's, I don't know. At least I think I've been a part of that because it's like everybody in my circle. It's like saying, like, I'm trying to equate it to something. Like it's like saying, like, everybody, we have this one commonality. Like we're talking about, you do PPC, I do SEO, Jerry does SEO, or like doing this and this and this, and we have these like almost like identifiers, right? And I feel like in San Francisco, at least for me, it's like everybody that I knew worked at some other big tech company, and it's like, well, that's what we're going to talk about because these are our identifiers, especially at networking events. So I don't know. I think that was just like,
That's true. That makes sense, like, at a
yeah.
networking event, though. Like, you have a really good point there. Like, fucking touche. But I don't know. I just get the vibe that's like,
Okay.
even in like a bar, some dude would. I just feel like would be hyping up Google.
Uh,
You
those
don't.
are
You didn't see that at all. Like I'm just talking on my ass right now. Like you didn't see that at all.
bars. But here's the thing, I didn't go to like tech people bars. I went to Latino bars. That's different.
Oh,
So
okay, you're lit.
I went to perrear, you know? Right? I'm glad I said that in Spanish.
I remember when Perreo wasn't known by mainstream Latinos, and it was just like a ghetto Colombian thing. People, I'm like, because I remember I was like, "What is Perreo?" Or was that
No,
our yeah, no, I think it was Perreo, and Andres's my boyfriend's cousins were just like, "We can teach you how to dance it," and I was like, "Sure," and I was just basically molested. I was like, "Okay."
oh
If you
my
say so,
god.
that's nice. I need to talk to my therapist about that. Cynthia Dre says, "Remember that recording I showed you with the dude who sounded like the kid from the video who's stuttering like fuck?"
Oh, Dre showed me that.
Yeah.
Oh
Wait,
my
drop that shit in the comments. That was hilarious. That was
god.
hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Say what says, "Who says you have to talk exactly like them though? I feel like you'd come across as phony if it's not you."
You be uh
No, I feel like you have to walk. You gotta like.
my thing is like, I want to have that ability. You know, it's like that thing, I don't have it, so I kind of want it. It's like I want to have that ability to, at least if I want to, turn the switch on and turn the switch off. Because I would rather have that like in my tool belt almost, which is like learning a way to speak.
Yeah.
Just the same that you, Cynthia, you want to talk, you want to learn Spanish, you want to get better at your Spanish, like
Mhm.
because you see more opportunities, you see that learning that would give you some kind of a leg up or some kind of an advantage in the future. Like I think same for me. Like yeah, that's maybe not the way it should be, but I don't know. At least for me, I'd rather master it and then selectively use it.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's important to at least being able to like walk the talk because I feel the same. I don't know. I wouldn't say I needed to feel confident and that I could speak more or less the same lingo in a conference with, like, say, Capital One or Chase, you know? I just
Yeah,
wanna feel adept in a way, so I just immerse myself in the environment, and it's just I think that was such a beautiful metaphor or comparing it to just, like, learning a new language. You immerse yourself in it, um, and it's the same thing when you're learning digital marketing, like, you need to immerse yourself in the language
yeah,
initially, like, you need to meet other people and talk about it and all of that, so I think it's super important, and it's a whole new level of understanding. I can't explain it. It's like it's like just business. Like you need to be able to flex in different ways.
Flex and different for sure. And like
Communication skills, different. Yeah.
you're able to then have that flexibility. Like you want to tone it all the way up when you're communicating. Like you can adapt the way you communicate to your audience, and that to me is a very powerful thing to have in your tool belt. Sorry, tool belt.
It's a good thing to have in your tool butt, guys.
But he says you have to
In your tool culo.
tool.
Your tool culo.
Oh, Eduardo Juárez Sánchez.
Eduardo. Saludos, Eduardo.
Hey,
¿Qué
Eduardo.
tal? ¿Qué tal? Dre says, "Yo, I need to hear Karen's corporate language. Go. Yeah, let's go. We need an example. Thanks, Dre. Oh,
Here's the
we
thing,
got
though.
we ADD'd in this bitch, and Dre brought us back. Dre always comes in with the assist. I can always count on Dre. Let's go, Karen.
But like Cynthia, it is a freaking
Maybe I can prompt you.
Huh?
Maybe I can prompt you.
I don't want to be prompted though. Like it's a freaking Friday night, and I'm just trying to chill with Cynthia, and I'm not trying to be
Dre. Karen's just trying to chill right now.
I'm just trying to chill.
She got her White Claw on deck.
Like, yo, I actually do want to grab my White Claw. Like I'm just trying to like
have a White Claw because I'm not drinking right now. I got a green juice drink.
No.
Saving my body for tomorrow to drink.
I can't drink by myself. It's
a Latin thing, right? Yeah, I agree. I feel very rude doing that.
Yeah.
Dre says, "Damn, my bad, Karen."
That's right.
Yeah, Dre, you violated her Friday night. What the fuck's wrong with you? It's okay. I already put her on the spot, and you were coming up with an idea and everything. You were like, "Oh, I'm gonna come up."
I really was trying to, but I'm not even gonna try to like.
You just gave up. You were like, "No, it's not it."
It's Friday. I'm allowed to give up. Well, on corporate world because the weekends are for scrappiness and for freelancing. Love it.
That's what's up. Would you? Okay, so I have a question for you that a lot of digital marketers ask me, and aspiring digital marketers.
Mm-hmm.
What do you recommend freelancing or working a corporate job or both? And when you do both, what would you say is the main difference? Two-part question.
Wait.
Okay, so when you're starting off, like how do you know that freelancing, when you're starting off, how do you know that freelancing or working a job is better? Like what would be the qualifiers to know which one is better for you? And then I forgot the second question. So what is it?
But it's so easy in my head. Like you know which one is the best because you know which one is going to be the most learning experience. And that's honestly I don't think I can even make a blanket statement about corporate job versus freelancing because it depends on the client and it depends on the employer, right? Like there's totally a chance where I know a lot of people start at agencies and start like jobs and then head into freelance, but there might be there's totally a scenario where you will learn more from freelancing than from working a job. So it's like, to me, the indicator, the metric is like, where can you just dive in and learn as much as possible? And it doesn't even matter to me, like in the beginning, the dollar amount, like ignore the dollar amount for now and see like, where can you just get your hands dirty the most? That's like the ultimate like metric or goal in the beginning. Then after that, it's like, okay, yeah, you can start looking at salary. I clicked out of here.
We can still see you and hear you.
Okay. I love it. I clicked into my Netflix tab. I was like, yeah, it's like
I like your response though. Like,
but I feel like I don't know. For me, I would say most of the time though, it would be in a job environment where you have somebody above you that's like kind of mentoring you, that's kind of like showing you the way and you're kind of learning the ropes. most likely. Um, and then you could level that up. You could level that foundational kind of knowledge and like expand in your own way. And then and like as a freelancer or as yeah, as you do client work, like basically take that knowledge that you've gained almost
Mhm.
like a grain of salt and like you're be willing to innovate with like the client work that you do and stuff. I don't know. I guess that's like it's a very long, complicated answer, but I don't
No,
know.
it's always like it depends, right? There's nuances to it, like your goals, and then you like you said so nicely, like the employer versus the client, like who are these people? I
Mhm,
think you also learn different things in different environments. Working for yourself, you gotta learn solid communication skills, sales skills. I think if you and your and Drayshawn just commented, I'm gonna highlight his comment in just a second, but like in your case and in my case, working with Damon John and being exposed to more higher level, I guess, people, you could say.
mhm,
Um, there is a certain amount of corporate speak that you need to be able to keep up with, and there's a lot of, emphasis on presentations and just, like, it really enhanced my overall people skills,
mhm.
my communication skills,
Oh, yeah.
but on my own, I'm sharpening it on a deeper level because now that literally correlates to the food that I put on the table in a way, so there's more hunger behind it, you know?
Right. I
So,
totally agree.
me learning sales, like, I need to know more or less all of my marketing, like my email marketing, things like that, like, when I was doing it for a paycheck, the hunger was there, don't get me wrong, I think I'm a very passionate person, but I wasn't like, I don't know, like, my life wasn't on the line type of thing.
For
It's
sure.
different when I'm thinking about, like, my future kids type situation, you know?
And
So I'm more
honestly
hungry to learn it, so I learn more.
and honestly, like, even your legacy, like, I know that's, like, a big word, but, like, this is tied around you now. This is not, like, something goes wrong, it's not the company's fault, it's your fault in some ways, like, um, and that's why I'm saying, like, in many cases, then when you start out, it's nice to have that almost, like, safety net of, like, not everything's on the line
Mhm,
and you have like other people dealing with actual sales. Whereas when you branch out in yourself, like I truly believe everybody needs to be some like have some kind of sales skills. And that's one of the biggest things that I learned while I
mhm,
was freelancing because I when I used to communicate, it was just it used to be very hard and I'm still working on it because I've you know, even you said with yourself, like you know, growing up as children that were very almost on the quiet side and not very extroverted, I feel like that to me doesn't come very naturally. And so to be a little bit more outspoken and to be a little bit more, yeah, almost salesy in a way, um, has benefited me so much. And that's the way that I learned that is by doing client work, by selling yourself, selling your services. And
mhm.
that's like what's helped me even now at this job, which is funny because you'd never think, you know, it's a job. You don't have to be a salesperson, but in many ways, like that having that kind of ability to speak works to your advantage.
Yeah, you have to sell the work that you do, I feel
Mhm.
like, at a job. You have to sell it, and you have to sell your importance all the time. You're like, "Hey, guys, I am important. This is why. Look
Yeah.
at my beautiful case that I've created." And, you know, you have to do the same thing with clients. I don't think it ever ends, you know? At least with clients, what I like about clients is, like, I feel like the clients that I have, they're genuinely like, I grab a beer with them. We get to work, and if
Mhm.
they fire me, like, I would I would recommend them fire me if I fucked up their accounts. Like, that's the kind of work ethic that I have. I'm like, "I don't deserve this account." Like,
Mhm.
that's my work ethic. So, we both have that understanding, like, that at the end of the day, we care like, we have the same goals in mind. I want to scale this company. I want the company to grow because that's my reputation on the line. So
Right.
and so that's I feel like we can come to this mutual understanding of being friends. I can't really do that so much like at a job. Maybe. Like I think Glassdoor is one of those situations where it's a really cool place to grow
Mhm.
and scale. It's like an incubator, if you will.
Yeah.
And you're surrounded by super, super smart people.
Oh yeah.
Trey said, I learned more from myself than from a job. I also like I have to add, like I learned more about myself while working for myself.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like,
Because
a lot
it's
of
like,
mindset stuff.
oh yeah, personal development and yeah, mindset and all this like almost internal work that you do
Mhm.
while working for yourself and seeing just how beneficial it could be for your like your work, your like client work. Um, to me is like, I don't know, that's super impactful and that's awesome to see that. Like I thought that only was like the case for me, you know? And then I hear other people talking about like how yeah, like doing when you're working for yourself and you have to work on your like let's say communication skills or like whatever it is you're doing like
Mhm.
and seeing how it can directly affect and benefit you with your actual like work is like awesome to hear.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree 100%. Dre says, "I think the job probably helped me with communication skills, if anything, but not technical skills." I do also think that I learned more on my own. Like, and anything that I would learn, this is what I was telling a client. Anything that I learned on the job, I immediately tried to replicate it for one of my own clients.
Oh yeah.
Because
Same.
it's like in a job, it's very much a sandbox. So I would wanna try it with a client to see, like, how do I do the end-to-end service of this? How do I communicate it? How do I sell it and
Hmm.
execute it? And then, like, create, like, a system for them and then, like, make it scalable. I would always try that. Now, a lot of times I'd flop, but I just wanted to, like, flex. I just wanted to that's how I learn. Like, I immediately have to do it, again. I need repetition. I can't just do it once.
For sure.
So, Say
What's
What
the best
says,
way?
"Best way to learn like a corporate robot." I don't think Glassdoor is like corporate robot-y. It's
A best
startup,
way to
corporate
learn
startup,
to talk like a corporate robot.
right? I don't think Glassdoor, the culture is robot. It's corporate, right? But it's like Silicon Valley corporate, like startup
Yeah.
corporate. It's not it's like it has that chill vibe, but it's like work hard, play hard kinda thing, right?
Like we're live. um,
What's
so
the
but I think
I
that I think what I will say is that as any growing organization, um, I think it definitely is losing that startup vibe. It is turning a little bit more corporatey, but I mean, there's pros and cons to both. I will stay politically correct.
Oh, shit. Do you still like it more? Do you No, never mind. I don't wanna put you in a compromising position. Networking events, in my opinion. Yeah, like the dude before, he asked, like, "How do you learn how to talk like a corporate robot?" Networking events, right? That's what you did. That's what I did.
Ton of networking events, yeah. I mean, the fastest way to learn to talk like a corporate robot is to be a corporate robot.
Yeah, like, work with other corporate robots, right?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Um, but without going into that environment, yeah, like surround yourself by those kind of people.
Mhm.
Like hiring a communication coach.
So I hired a communications coach, not necessarily just to the coach that I work with. I was telling you the exercises that we did earlier,
Hmm.
but the coach that I work with works with a lot of corporate companies, so I can be myself and I can talk like myself just because my audience is different, but it's like I said, it's really nice to switch or be able to flex in multiple ways, and he did that confidence because it's sparring with him verbally, um, I don't know, it just keeps me sharp. It keeps me sharp in that environment regardless.
Hmm.
Just I mean, like, you just never you never know. Drayshawn says, "I feel like Karen, I'm introverted as fuck." I don't believe that at all from Dre, but apparently oh, that leads me to my next question for you, but Dre is, the personality type INTP. I am ENTP, right?
Why did I
What are
take one of
you?
those classes?
You've never taken a Myers-Briggs personality test?
I think I have years ago, but completely forgot like what I am or nah, I have
Mm,
no clue.
I would assume that you're INTJ. INTJ.
What's the J? Ooh.
Um, so I'm working on a video, And I'm just gonna share it because it's gonna help me talk about it a little bit better since I'm kinda retarded with it. Okay, so to to be
Yo,
not politically
retarded is
correct.
not politically correct, Cynthia.
That's okay, this is my channel, this is not this is not a Glassdoor channel. Anyways, so this is my personality type, ENTPA.
Mhm.
And so the whole point of this, also everyone that's watching, the 3 people that are watching, I would love to know what is your personality type. And if you don't know, just Google Myers-Briggs personality test. And one of the first things that should pop up is a website called 16 Personalities. Take the test, go through it, and then pop it in the chat and let me know what are you.
Ooh,
Dre
yeah.
says also I think she's INTJ. Yeah, I think she's INTJ as well.
Well, you
Okay,
guys are
so
like, I feel like you guys are talking about like some kind of horoscope, and I don't even know what you guys are talking
no,
about.
this is this is based off of Carl Jung's personality, I guess, discoveries, if you will. And
Mhm.
they were like these 2 psychologists that were super interested in Carl Jung's work. So they were just like, "Hey, we can," like he has different like he talks about like different personality types more or less, and so they condense it into this Myers-Briggs personality test. And the
Got
test is
it.
supposed to be a way in which you can just understand yourself on a deeper level for work purposes and like interacting
Oh
with
yeah.
people purposes
I think
essentially.
our team of data analysts that work with us, they were talking about this because they had like a team event and they took this test and everybody they were talking about it for freaking days. I'm like, I get it. You're an INT, whatever. Like,
Just I think you should do it. It's just interesting. A lot there's a lot of backlash now and how it's racist, but
oh really?
we'll leave that
So
for
anyway,
I'm
continue,
not gonna
continue.
I'm not gonna lie, everyone says everything's racist nowadays, and I understand some things really are, but let's
Okay, let's get back.
let's
Let's
say
get back.
politically correct. Let's say politically correct today, you know?
Yes.
It's just a little bit. I said retarded. That's as far as we can go. Alright, so basically what, so you're there's, like, a different, I guess, tiers. Uh how you focus your attention, the way you take in for information, and the way you make decisions, and the way in which you deal with the world, right? And so you're
Mhm,
assigned some kind of letter. Basically, the letter stands for something. So where you focus your attention, that would specify whether or not you're introverted or extroverted, and how you generate your energy as well,
mhm.
like your attention and your energy. So I'm like literally 52-48% extroverted versus introverted. Like I'm an ambivert, but I lean towards extroverted tendencies, and I do get a lot of energy from people, but also get drains. Like I have to be conscious of that. So the whole point of this video is like how understanding it was. Basically I was ripping off of Sam Ovens. The whole point of the video that I was making is like how you understanding your personality type can help you become a better marketer, essentially, a better
Absolutely.
professional, really.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're more introverted versus extroverted, you have a ton of strengths, but your weaknesses would be like sales, communications with
Mhm.
clients, reporting, probably talking with your peers. If you're introverted, you probably have just like a touch more self doubt because you're so quiet all the time. So you're like questioning whether or not I should even talk and shit like that.
And but here's the thing though. I have 100% had that happen to me. But I think it's funny how extroverted people sometimes interpret it because I feel like like even like my manager, she sees it like as a strength because in her eyes it's like Karen's being very like she said it like I remember we were talking about this in like a performance review. She was like, I love the way how you listen to other people's opinions before you give out your feedback, right? Like you take time to process and you don't like necessarily jump to speak just to speak, but like
Mhm.
you're like very like I guess an observer and you like evaluate all options and then go with like this is the decision, this is what we're going to do. And I feel like
Mhm.
I've never seen it in that way because in my way it's like um, I don't know. Yeah, in my way, it's like sometimes it's been like, yeah, I'm the most junior person in this room, so really the touch of self doubt. Or other times it's been like, yeah, absolutely don't know what the hell's going on right here, and like everybody's speaking very tech language. So you're like, Well, then I'm just gonna speak at very random times.
Yeah, but that introverted tendency, there like she said, there are a lot of pluses to it. You're
That's
probably a better team member than someone like me. And like she said, like usually introverted people are way better listeners. My boyfriend is an excellent listener. Me, I'm like constantly thinking like, how can I interject because you're boring me right now and I want to do something else? Like it's bad. And yeah, too talkative can be seen as negative. And I think I can, we, that's one of my weaknesses. I would say. I wouldn't say I'm overly talkative, but I have attention issues. Like
Have
I
you
want to
noticed?
I yeah, I get bored easily, I wanna be stimulated, whereas someone who's introverted is really, like, taking a second because they kind of are questioning things more. Like, the self-doubt, I think, for me, when I think about it, is just a way of questioning things on a deeper level. You're wondering, like, "Is this the right thing to say?" Like, you know what? I'm gonna default to listening so that I can make a decision."
Mhm.
Meanwhile, like, a blabbermouth like me, I'm just gonna make a decision, and people are gonna ask me, "Why do you think that?" I was like, "I don't know, because, like, my stomach hurts, and I just wanna get out of this conversation, I guess." So, introverts are extremely good at, also behind the scenes work. I
Yeah.
feel like with extroverts, we have to I would say that we need to work in more of a team environment in order to do work. We need more accountability,
Mm.
and that's probably one of my weaknesses, but I overcompensate by knowing these things about myself and then building up that, discipline. However, extroverts do get rewarded, I think, more in business. And I
Oh,
think
yeah.
like if you're an introvert and you could teach yourself extroverted tendencies, like you're a winner. Like you're fucking sick. It's so much harder for an extrovert to teach themselves introverted tendencies. But I've kicked myself in and it is possible, but I feel like it's really hard, really, really
But
hard.
I think for you, you're even at an advantage because, like you said, you're like an ambivert. So for you, it's easier to like
Yeah, I
go
hate
between
people.
the spectrum,
Yeah.
right? Whereas
Yeah.
for us, it's like, or I don't know about Dre, but for me, it's like it is a very conscious effort to teach yourself extroverted tendencies, and that's why I cherished my time as like a full time freelancer where you are doing nothing but, well, of course, you're fulfilling client work and you're doing shit, but like you're also your own salesperson and
Yeah.
surrounding yourself by other freelancers, aka other salespeople.
Mhm.
To teach yourself those tendencies.
I think also with extroverts, they are more natural leaders.
Hmm.
That's another thing, but I think I've seen a lot of introverts that embody a true leader. You just have to be more conscious of it, in my
Hmm.
opinion. I think if you're aware of your weaknesses, right, just naturally, you
Hmm.
can easily override it. E
Right.
So that's why I'm super conscious of all these things for myself. As an extrovert, I have a lot of I've dealt with like a lot of confidence issues. I've dealt with, imposter syndrome and shit like that. Um I don't know if it was easier for me, but I do find like just talking to people and interacting with clients, like I love that part of it. It's just buckling down and doing all the behind the scenes works that doesn't necessarily um intrigue me as much.
I feel like though I get it because I was freelancing and I had no access to people or coworkers, and that's when I love talking to people. Like I remember when I even met you, I was like, oh my
Yeah.
god, I am so freaking excited to speak to like another marketer. Like I was so pumped. Like
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
and I feel like that kind of went away because it's like yeah, every day now I'm like talking to like marketers, and I'm like okay, yeah, whatever.
Dre says, I don't know if extroverts are better leaders. I think that depends on your definition of leadership. Um, I'm just going by what psychologists would say. Just I mean, I think there's nuances to everything. It's just they're more prone to be in leadership positions simply because they are more bold and they take more risks and they take more initiative usually. That's generally the case for extroverts. I wouldn't say that's every extrovert. There's like I said, there's nuances to everything. I'm pretty sure if you're naturally extroverted and your parents beat you and calls you ugly every day, that probably won't be the case. But it's just a general consensus. And I think that there are a lot of introverts that I think you have to hone it in. Like there's the nature versus nurture. Just because you're introverted doesn't say that you can't be a leader. That's not the case at all. It's just saying that here are some of your weaknesses that you need in order to mold yourself into a leader. Same thing with extroverts. Here are some of the things that you need to mold yourself into a good professional. Like, and it's also not an end all be all. Like some people like me, I feel that I'm an introvert a lot of the times. I'm actually pretty shy, which is weird. I'm actually very shy. Yeah,
Love it.
I'm pretty shy. Like I have like a thing. Like I get really shy and then I need to warm up. That's why
I
I hired a
mean,
communications coach.
but yeah, I think one more thing that I will add, it's like, I think, yes, extroverted people are more likely to speak up and to say things and to kind of, yeah, almost like take charge. And so in the eyes of the masses, yeah, that will, yeah, an extroverted person will naturally be more likely to be put in leadership positions. Um, but I think that's where I think like I'm even continuing to learn like, well then what makes, because I'm seeing like, okay, what are these CEOs, these top CEOs at top companies, like what are their personalities, like I'm interested in learning like what
My
makes them,
favorite,
huh?
what makes them great is what you're
Yeah,
saying,
like
or
what,
what makes them like leaders and so
yeah, what makes
powerful?
them leaders, and like what tendencies make them leaders, are these like, of course, very extroverted tendencies, but like, I don't know, if there's like a study on this, I'd like to read
It's
it.
honestly like I've read like a couple of things and I study a lot of people, I would say, and I'm not like an expert on it or anything, but it's honestly self-mastery.
Mm,
It's just pure self-mastery. Like someone mentioned Michael Jordan in the chat. Like Michael Jordan had pure self-mastery over himself. And he was an introvert. Like Warren Buffett is one of my favorite entrepreneurs. Just one of my favorite people that I really look up to. And he's I think INTJ. Oh no, no, no. He's ISTJ. And like also these personality types, like they're not an end all be all either. Like keep that in mind too.
mhm.
And you being an extrovert, I know a lot of extroverts who are dickheads. Like they're not necessarily a leader. They're just a fuckboy dickhead. Like,
Yeah.
it's like it's not everyone. I would say like if you're the thing is like if you're naturally introverted, then you need to work on taking more initiative. You need to work on like leadership skills that don't come as natural for you. Whereas if you're naturally more extroverted, well, you need to buckle down and fucking do the work and like listen more and grow more, they're just knowing yourself a little bit better.
Yeah.
Warren Buffett, personality type.
Oh, I'm interested in this.
Yeah, I believe he's
Ooh.
ISTJ. Yeah, that makes sense. ISTJ.
Reserved
He's
for the,
introverted.
see, that's why I keep seeing like these great leaders or stuff like
Steve Jobs was ENTJ.
ENTJ. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense
Oh,
because
funny.
he
You have that plugin, related keywords.
yeah, yeah, keyword finder.
Love
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Bill Gates is ENTJ.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no, that's not ENT that's not Bill Gates. Bill Gates is what Dre is, INTP. Jeff Bezos. Let's look at this nerd. He's definitely okay, there's no alright, I don't know, but I think it's INTJ maybe. But, like, you being an introvert, extrovert is not the end all be all. It's, like, just having a good understanding of yourself, self-mastery, and discipline, ambition, all of it.
Oh my God.
Raychan wrote, Einstein is INTP.
And Tim Cook is INTJ. I just looked that up. Okay. This makes me feel better. There's a lot of eyes.
No, there's a lot of introverts that, like, I think also Bill Gates. Just
Bill
I
Gates.
mean, yeah, you could teach yourself like, this isn't like a freaking stamp or, like, some kind of, what's that called when you, like, burn something in, like, your animal? Like, what's that called?
A brand.
Yeah, it's not I guess, maybe. It's not like a branding thing, like, you learn these things about yourself so that you can overcome them and embrace your natural strengths. Like you're a really good listener. You know, that will take you
Absolutely.
very far. And so the second part is like the way you take information. So intuition versus sensing. Intuition is very like creative. They rely on like they're very imaginative. They're very like hypothetical kind of daydreamers. Like that's very me. I'm like all in my head a lot of the times.
Yeah.
So with that, I have to make sure that I do not I have some kind of emphasis on logistics because that is naturally not how my brain works. So I just need to make sure that, I'm actually executing. I have these brilliant ideas that pop up all the time, but I actually execute on them. That's a big one. And then sensing is like those are who are more observant. They're more straightforward with outcomes. They mostly root their thinking in actionable, tangible, um, um, and useful things in general. So that's why I think you are S instead of N. Or maybe you're N. I don't know.
No, I think I'm S.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
You gotta take the quiz. And then how you make decisions. So are you one to think a lot or do you feel things more? When you make decisions, are they based off of feelings or thinking? And I think most marketers are pretty rational people and they're constantly thinking, like the good ones. They're never basing decisions based on how they feel. They're very
Yeah.
data driven. So
Product driven. I love the way you said it.
data driven. Yeah. Whereas like, yeah, feeling.
Uh,
And then how you deal with the world. People who are with the J, like judging, they're the type of people that need rules. They need they find comfort in rules and anything that's not outside of that framework, it's like gives them anxiety. So that's the kind of people they
ooh.
are, the J. And then
Mhm.
perceiving, these are the type of people that thrive in ambiguity. Like this is definitely me. Like I can't do I like routine, right? But then I need like, I love problems. It's kind of fucked up, and I think it's kinda toxic of me, but I love problems because then I can solve them. So I
Mm,
thrive in an environment where there's constant I wouldn't say, like a toxic kinda turbulence, but where I'm constantly learning and I'm constantly being kept on my toes. So that's the difference. So that's how you come up with these letters, these 4 letters, the ENTP, and then the A stands for, like, whether or not you're confident or some shit. There's, like, A and T. But I know the A one means like you're an assertive head bitch in charge type shit. So very
got it.
me.
Very okay.
I gotta flex. I gotta flex. But yeah, that's basically the Meyer Briggs. You should take it. I think it's just interesting. It's like that and something else that's really important, I think, for everyone to take is like a strength finder, like the Clifton strength finder. And it'll help you kind of see where you find, I guess, what's the word, like your strengths and weaknesses more in a professional environment.
Ooh.
Clifton strength finders, I'll send you a link.
Clifton Strength Finders.
Anyone in the chat, do you guys want the link to that? So I could hook it up. I need like a affiliate link for that. But it costs like $50, but I think it's on sale now for the holidays.
I love it.
I highly recommend it though. It's really good. It's just cool to understand like yourself on a deeper level.
Yeah.
Um, let me stop sharing my screen. Say what says all introverts have is tattooed on their foreheads. Oh, IS tattooed on their foreheads. Yeah, what do you mean by that? I don't really get that.
What is that?
I don't know.
The
Uh,
sensory
say what? What do you mean? What do you mean?
and
Like IS, like, or maybe
the two letters.
maybe he's actually saying is.
Oh.
I don't know.
Derive a greater meaning from this, and maybe he's just saying is.
Yeah, maybe he's just saying is, and we're like really going in. I know I is for introvert, but you're saying IS like introvert sensing because not all introverts have the S. Like I think Karen has a.
Wait,
I don't
no,
know.
I
Take
don't
the
know.
test.
I have
Take
to
the
take
S.
the test. I have to take the
Yeah.
test, and I'll let you know because I have no clue. I go back and forth.
Yeah. 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 Who's Steve Ballmer, by the way? Do you know? I feel dumb that I don't know who that is.
Wait,
Drake
who?
says he can't imagine me being shy. Yeah, bro. I think I can be pretty shy. I don't know.
In what context, though? Or did you already say this and was I not listening?
Yeah, I would say. A lot of people that I don't know. I think the thing is,
Oh,
like, I hide my shyness with acting funny. Is that weird?
okay.
Like, I am really shy, but then I'll just like, I have no problem approaching people, but I feel really shy about it.
Well,
And that's
everybody
why
feels
I break
really
the
shy
ice.
about it.
That's what my communications coach was telling me. He was like, "I don't think you're, like, have, like, a problem." I was like, "But I feel really shy." And
Dude,
he's
that's like everybody.
I know. He's
The
like, "That's,
key,
like,
the key.
normal for you to have jitters and stuff."
That's normal. The
Yeah,
what's different is like,
I
are you
can't
going to like listen to that or not? And that's where to me it's like I'm actively not listening to that and kind of toning that down and like ignoring those jitters and stuff. Like that's what makes you different. But everybody's gonna get them. Everybody's gonna, I don't know, at least in my experience, everybody's gonna get that feeling.
dude, like, I feel like every talk that I've given it and, like, I'm so close to just shitting on myself. I'm just like but then I just kinda keep I don't know what it is. I think, I don't know, and it's weird because I get, like, a rush of adrenaline from it
Mm-hmm.
that
Yep.
I think I end up enjoying.
Yeah.
I think it's, like, some sick shit
Yeah.
about me. Yeah.
Well, froze on my screen.
What's up?
You froze on my screen. Okay, never mind. Maybe I have bad internet.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
I can see
Oh,
you
no.
now. We're good. We're good.
Balmer is a billionaire. I like billionaires, that's awesome. Hey, the 3 of you here, what are you doing? Have you subscribed yet? That's me giving, that's my, what's that? What are those ads? Like those weird like
What?
the like those ads, it's like, "I'm falling," and I like an infomercial voice, that's
Oh,
info
infomercial voice.
that's
Yeah.
my infomercial voice. Encouraging you guys to subscribe, like this video. I wanna get
And
up to 155 subscribers.
woo!
And guys,
What are you gonna
you know,
do when you get to 200?
I'm gonna give everyone
$5.
you know what? I think I'll give vouchers for I'll give out free consulting or some shit. I don't know.
Love it.
Something like that. Peace out, Dre. Thanks for hanging. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. You made the chat lit. Ray says, LOL, the life alert commercial. Yeah. I've fallen and I can't get up.
I'm falling and I can't get up. No, that gives me anxiety every time I watch that commercial. Like, I don't want to get old. I just get really sad.
Aw. Hey guys, the 2 people that are now in here, what kind of content do you want to see from this channel that isn't just live streams?
Yeah.
I'm developing a couple of videos. So that's something else to stay tuned. I'm developing a couple of videos for you guys. I'm going to upload some podcast interviews like the one that I had today. Um,
Woo.
Working on a Google Ads course and I'm partnering with my friend on that one. What else? Working on a free lead magnet that's going to provide a ton of value even if no one wants to buy my upsells, like that's fine. The value is like so cool that you'll remember me as the awesomest person ever and
Wow.
that's all that matters, at the end of the day.
Woo.
Say what says free pizza. Sure, if that's your thing.
Oh my God. Free pizza? Yes.
I'll send you a Venmo for $5 and you could buy yourself a slice.
Dude. Free pizza.
Yeah.
Literally. Just
Karen,
feed, just feed people.
just feed people food.
Just feed
Karen,
people
if
food.
you question, if you
Yeah.
would you take the
The COVID
vaccine?
vaccine?
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Let's 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 make it a little spicy in here.
I know. We did some Latina spiciness.
Yeah, let's bring out the spiciness.
I will take it after I see a lot of people take it and not die or not develop any severe symptoms. What about you?
I feel similarly. I need my brain, so I'm not trying to
Yeah.
Not yeah.
No. What was the thing? Bell's palsy? That's what people have been getting?
I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't
I don't
want any
even
of
know
that.
what that is. Honestly,
I don't
and I
know, but
think
I don't want nothing that's gonna fuck with my brain.
yeah, I agree.
Ray says anything with SEO. I low key follow. Yeah, you're gonna have to follow Dre's content for that and continue to.
Yep.
I love you, Ray, but SEO is not my thing. It's not my thing. I do
Okay.
talk about like marketing careers and stuff like that that could tap into SEO, but SEO is not my thing. I'm digital advertising type person, Google ads, Facebook ads. That's what I dabble in, you know.
Mhm.
I'm not really into the SEO stuff.
What was I
If
gonna
you could start over again, what would you still pick SEO?
absolutely. Yep.
Why?
Because I just think it has such good long-term value. Um, and I think it helped me like dive into my creative side as well because it's like literally all about the content. It's literally all about like writing awesome stuff or writing super relevant content. So you don't just get like a technical perspective of marketing, of like optimizing your site and your backlinks and all these I don't know the technical aspects of SEO, but you also learn like this is what makes great content and you learn to appreciate the creative side of what you do. Although honestly, although I would get it, it's probably the same on the paid side, to be honest. But yeah, I love what I do, and yeah, I would pick it again.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Would you say that when you look back at like your marketing career and trajectory, how long have you been in marketing? Like 5 years, 4 years?
For it,
So, where do you think you'll be in another 4?
I think I have the same question for you because
Yeah, I asked you first.
I didn't say you had to. I didn't say you had to answer first.
Oh, okay, my bad, my bad,
Bro,
my
chill,
bad.
dude. But
Meow.
just so you can start thinking. Um,
Hmm.
for me, it's just getting honestly to bring it back to your point. I didn't know like up until today. I didn't know what the heck a T marketer, T shaped marketer, whatever the heck that is was. But
You
that
said
was
it.
that was the plan, or that's always been the plan, right? Becoming at least proficient at all these different areas,
Mhm,
and it was honestly even logically the next step. Even if I, no matter what I do with like my job, like the fact that like the positions that I'm being offered now are like for the most part like omni-channel and like across different channels across different mediums. That's what's being put on my plate these days or like offered.
mhm.
um that's always been the next logical step, just many channels, many different things, and um I guess that's the next step, but we'll see. I don't have any other let's say big specific plan because I realize now that when I've tried to make plans in the past of like this is the way things are going to go, like I end up actually finding something better, like 100 times better than what I had originally laid out. So I'm like,
Mhm.
mm, I don't know. It's yeah. I'm not really a super big like. Here's my 5 year plan.
I think that means that's like a clear indication that you need to think bigger and dream bigger. If your actions always like supersede your goals, you need bigger goals, no?
But the thing is, like I know I'm gonna level up in some way. I just
You're, like, enjoying the journey type thing?
I like to, what is it, smell the roses? And like, I like to have my options open because I feel like almost a goal would be limiting me. It would be like limiting me to like this thing, this specific plan is like what I want to do when I could do a completely, I could go a different route and still achieve the same kind of like fulfillment.
Mm. I think I'll revert back to my original statement, like, I think that just means your goals aren't big enough. Like, if your goal feels somehow if it isn't, like, intimidating and overwhelming, it's if it isn't that, then it's probably, like, just, like, a practical ass fucking goal, like, it's way too practical.
That's the thing. It's like when I have done goals like that, when I have had like this is what I'm gonna do, you know, that's what it's felt like. And that's when I stopped. Like I stopped being like, this is what my 5 year plan is gonna be like. This is what my plan is gonna be like. There is no fucking plan. I'm gonna like, there's no fucking plan. I'm just gonna do what feels good to me. I'm gonna do these speaking engagements. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Not with a specific goal in mind. Not with the specific like, this is where I want to be. But it's like, let the universe come to me, and whatever manifests will manifest. Because in the past, that's what's been happening. That's my experience. But yeah, even like now
Mm.
I'm like, there's no real like um there's no like step, there's no map, there's just like a North Star, and the North Star is like what feels fulfilling to me. And
Mm.
that's a moving target in itself, because like we're going to continue to evolve as people. So the values that you hold today are not necessarily the same values that you're going to hold in 5 years from now. We're going to be in different
I
places.
I disagree. I think your values are like the same thing with like a company's brands. Like your values and your integrity is the one thing that more or less stays intact. It's your world views and your perspectives that change. Like the
Mm,
North Star stays a fucking star. It's just
that's
the way you come at it is different, you know, the path. And I've heard of this like point of view before. It's just like, why have a goal when I can just enjoy and just like enjoy the journey, things like that. And I'm just like, yeah, I agree, but why not both? Like, why can't you have both? Like,
I
in
think
what world do we live in where you can't have big, hairy, audacious goals and then also enjoy the day-to-day things?
yeah, I think yeah, I definitely see that, but I think I definitely lean on the uh like enjoying the day by day, just because, or maybe I'm 23 years old. So like at 18 years old, I was like a baby and I had a different idea of like what even life was. And
Mm,
growing up, like I was a Jehovah's Witness. So like you just grow up in a different, you grow up
damn, girl.
truly believing that literally the world is going to end, and that when you die, we're just going to be paradise in after when Jesus comes back, and then we're going to be in paradise for 1,000 years. We're going to achieve perfection, and then after that
Jeez.
1,000 years period, the devil will be unleashed again for our final test. And
What the fuck did you learn? That's crazy, bro. That's some
but here's,
weird shit. I could see why you don't wanna fucking think big when you're thinking of when you have all of that
like,
bullshit.
but here's the thing, like that's why in these like last, from my age, from like in the last 5 years have been so crazy, so different, because my literal, I'd say my literal like thing changed, my literal like the reason and compass changed, because it's like, well, yeah, probably this is a bunch of BS, probably. And then, well, then that changes everything. That changes your perspective. That changes like everything around you and who you are and what your purpose is and what you're trying to do. So because I think it's been such a period so full of change, I would rather not like stick to something and like, I don't know, make something so definite
Hmm.
out of like my future or something.
Do you think that stems from a place f do you think that perspective comes from your past? Like, "Oh, I don't
Mhm.
wanna," like, it's something that literally, I don't wanna say the word trauma, but, like, it sounds like, do you think that's a perspective that is specifically you speaking, you as, like, Karen, 23 years old, that has developed your own intentful kind of, that's you speaking? Or is it like, "Oh, I don't wanna dream and think too big because everything in the past, like, is fucking weird, and it's just what's the point," kind of shit? Like,
Mm, I would say maybe if it was my past, if I wasn't so like driven and if I felt like I had no purpose in my life right now, I feel like I would say it's my past and it's like some sort of like, yeah, almost trauma or something. But I feel like I feel at 23 years old like the happiest I've ever felt in my life, and I feel fulfilled, and I
mhm,
feel a sense of security about my future, and I feel like I'm gonna manifest to great things, but because I feel that way, I wouldn't say it's maybe it's like too much. I don't think it's really like this old or this like previous version of me speaking this because if I was to like I don't know, like yes, our like the I guess nature versus nurture, our experiences do shape us, but like I don't know, at the same time I feel like I'm continuing to reinvent myself and I don't know if that answers your question. I feel like I kind of
no, I think you're saying that you're keeping an open mind, in other words, right?
yeah. And
Yeah.
like and it's this thing where of like and I like to think about this like weird like what is it indoctrination of like this example with these like with this religion and stuff like maybe everything does happen for a reason. I feel like i I've had a lot to learn from those experiences just like
Mhm.
from any other experience you learn a lot about people and you learn about the way things work and about how indoctrinated people can get.
Weird
um,
ass fucking people's more like it.
it's like literally it's hilarious like I could do like I could write a whole book on this. Oh, Dario was a Jehovah's Witnesses too. But
Wild.
it's funny because you literally you can see when you wake up from that, you see like the mass. There's a mass of people that are all agreeing that this thing is going to manifest from the Bible or that this interpretation is going to happen. You know, this is going to happen, like the evil people will be killed in a great war, blah, blah, blah. And they believe it with
Sounds
everything inside them.
it's
But
terrifying.
but here's the thing, like, when you are able to break out of that and to, like, stand on your own ground and on your own beliefs,
Mhm.
like, that to me is, like, freaking magic because then you know for sure that you're grounded and you have I don't know, I feel like more I don't know if, like, stable, but, like, I'm como que estoy parada bien, you know? Like,
Mhm.
I know what I guess reality is to me, and I appreciate the experiences that I've had in that environment. But like the ability to go against the wave and to go against like what the majority of people are telling you in that environment and
Mhm.
the bravery like to like stand up is to me like
Mhm.
huge. So but that's why I'm always like interested to talk to like
So so,
ex
like,
ex what was it?
Jehovah Witness?
Not even Jehovah's Witness.
Like,
I
cults
yeah,
people?
ex-cults. Ex-cults.
Yeah. Me too, actually, because I wanna understand, like, this is sick, but I wanna understand why were they so good with their advertising? Like, that is
Mhm.
real marketing. Like,
For
when
real.
you can understand how people are brainwashed,
Oh my
you
god.
understand the basis of marketing.
Dude,
Uh,
oh my gosh, I encourage you to, like, really if that's
no,
something that
I'm
you really
fucking obsessed
wanna
with that shit. Like, have you ever seen, Wild Country on Netflix?
mm-mm.
Watch it, dude. What are you doing? It's one of the best documentaries on Netflix, literally about, like, this crazy cult. It's not
You
necessarily a
crazy
cult
cult?
cult, but it's basically a cult. Yeah, this Osho guy, he's a very popular, guru dude. Oh, you would love that documentary. Follow-up question, would you say that
Mm.
are you comfortable right now?
Am I comfortable? Yeah.
Like, in life, do you feel, like, challenged?
Oh. Every day.
Yeah, I'm fucking cozy.
Everyone's like, "I'm uncomfortable. What the fuck does that
Yeah.
even?" In my chair. It's a Friday night.
Yeah, I got really good lumbar support. I feel
Good lumbar
yeah.
support. Yeah, yeah. Like earlier today, my back cracked. Ugh, it felt great. Yeah, I'm comfortable.
Got a massage today, like, I'm doing great.
No, I'm challenged every day, and say what says we're cult members.
No, that's just Karen, she was a cult member, not me. I'm regular. I'm a regular person, bro.
Cynthia, you would. This is the thing. Like, I feel like
No, I've heard of Jehovah Witness and their weird shit that they can't take blood from people, they don't have Christmases. I know all about, Michael Jackson, like
dude, you. But here's the thing. You. That's why it's just this stuff is so fascinating. Like to see your family members actively in this religion and seeing how they brainwash. Like I know their techniques. I know because my parents were studying it, how to preach effectively, which is brainwash effectively, in many ways, how to speak, how to public speak. They had the tool books, and I was learning out along with them, like what makes a good Jehovah's Witness, and what makes a good Jehovah's Witness is somebody that could influence. And
oh, that's
this stuff is so fascinating because I'm like 12 years old, I was learning this shit. You know?
wow, you were bred to be a great marketer. Excellent marketer.
Would you like
That's
to
crazy.
answer this?
Dario, what's up?
Would you like to answer Dario's question?
Yeah, I looked at this and he said basically he was giving a suggestion, right? He says, "Can you talk about the times you could not have a high enough ROI for your clients in Facebook ads?" Rarely marketers talk about the not so great clients. Rarely Trump talks about the dumb shit that he's done, like and it's not just Trump. Like, did Obama talk about his lame shit? No. Like, you just don't talk about those things, you know? You gotta hype yourself up. But
Ooh.
um I had a conversation with a client about this, and if you don't have a high enough ROI, first off, what does that mean? Like, give that into context. Like, is that on a week to week basis, month to month basis, quarterly, indefinitely? Like, what does that mean? Right. And for example, both of my biggest clients, they spend about 80K, 80 to 100K each in ads per month, right? And, generally speaking, the month before I work in e-commerce, so the week before Black Friday and Cyber sales are like everything's down, e-commerce conversion rate is down, things like that, and 2 weeks after. So, I saw that in my client accounts, and because I have this hindsight, I gave them a heads up, right? We are wildly unprofitable the last week, and each client has spent probably like 30 between 10 to 30K around there, right? And we've been wildly unprofitable, and we've kind of pulled the reins back. We shift things into more remarketing, right? Lower hanging fruit, if you will. However, my clients are extremely happy with me, and that's because I keep them in the know at all times, and I also make sure that I'm doing a good job. So it's like you can't necessarily blame me. It's your job to report on what's happening in the overall landscape, is what I'm trying to say. And sometimes when we get hit, this is why it's so important to have an understanding or like being able to see analytics, because I'm able to see it. Okay, SEO is down, everything is down, right? It's not just our PPC or our Facebook ads. It's like everything. This is a landscape dip. This is not a dip in necessarily our performance. It's a landscape dip. So you have to communicate that with your clients. And it's not when you have unfavorable results for your clients, it's a matter of how you position it to your clients. So for example, whenever you do have bad results for your clients, bad, right? You need to build this is like a dance. This is just managing clients in general. You need to have this dance from the first time you onboard them to now, right? The minute that they talk to you and they're a prospect, you need to let them know that advertising is a way to learn, and you're gathering data, and you're learning about things, and you're constantly testing, and when you're testing, things are bound to fail. So if things didn't go too well this week, well, you tested X, Y, and Z, and here's what you learned, and here's what you're going to improve for the following week. So you don't just point out things out, everything's shit. Like, you're just like, listen, there's been an overall landscape dip, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to pivot in X, Y, and Z. They want to just see that you're proactive and that you're managing their budget effectively. So I would say that a lot of the times that's a communication issue. Anthony, what's up, Bobby? Wait, this one's a great one. Cynthia wants to start her own calls of marketing. How'd you know?
Cynthia
This
is
guy
marketing cult. Oh yeah.
he is marketing cult. Who wants to join me? Everyone gets free pizza.
Wait, no, aren't
And,
those already things? Market and multi-level marketing, MLMs.
yeah, I'm starting one right now. You're my first salesperson. You're gonna sell Amco products for me. Anthony says, "How do you pivot when you engage?" I kind of read this when you were talking a little bit, and I was just like, "What? How do you pivot when you engage a brand for ads, but they don't really have any true branding done, a half-ass website and no good content?" First off, that's not a good client for ads. They clearly like I would assume that this is a if they don't even have a website, like I would never run traffic to that. Like PPC is a scaling tool, right? It sets all of your efforts on fire. It takes it to the next level. If your efforts are shit to begin with, it's just like setting shit on fire. So it's just going to be stinky. Like it's
It's just
not,
gonna, like scale the shittiness.
yeah, it's going to just make everything worse. Like you're not going to see any kind of return. This is not a good client for advertising at all. Um, and I would advise you to re pivot or revisit the way in which you're prospecting people for advertising.
Mm,
Because one of the main qualifiers for me is a good website. One of the main qualifiers for me is like some kind of social following, especially if they want social ads. Like they have to have a some kind of systems in place. One of the biggest qualifying questions that I ask is like, what are your overall marketing efforts? What do they look like? Right. So on top of that, if they're just like, "Oh, we have no team, we're not doing anything," well, I'm just like, "Well, I can refer you to someone, on a lower level scale, like in a media buyer or whatever." But unfortunately, like all of your advertising, it's never a good client. They're gonna expect you to do everything for them. And
right.
I don't build out websites. I don't do content. I'm really good at one thing specifically.
Maybe, yeah, refer them to like, yeah, somebody that can get these things done for them, build that foundation. They need to establish that
Yeah.
foundation first.
Yeah, and usually, like, SEO is way better for them anyways. Like, it's never PPC. Like, I feel like SEO is one of those things where you just have to have it, and then you tack on paid.
Hmm.
I wanna work with people long term, right? I wanna because that's where I make the most amount of money because I do rev shares with my clients, right? If
Hmm.
I'm making 10K per client or something like that, that's because I pick these clients out that I'm gonna scale with them because I know how to grow their brand, but they have all the right systems in place. So, if you're looking for a long-term partnership with a client, right, you're gonna end up scope creep at the out the ass with someone like this. It's not gonna be they're just and also they're probably retarded.
Yeah.
I hate it, like, honestly, the worst clients are the ones that don't value other marketing avenues and just think like, "Hey, I'm gonna throw money at the Facebook ads machine and see I'm gonna get $1,000,000 back." I'm like, they obviously don't know how marketing works, so they're gonna be a bad client.
That's interesting. That's okay. That's interesting to get your perspective because it's like I don't work paid, so I wouldn't know. I only work with people that well, I've only worked with people that value like content. I feel like I work with more well with my smaller clients, it's like people that value like the content and the creative, and it's like Karen, like help me like scale traffic using content and stuff, and it's like paid is like such a thing that's like down the road because like
Mhm.
we gotta get this thing established first. We gotta get like your website needs to be cleaned up first, you know?
Yeah, and that's like a good client, right? Because they understand how the machine works. They understand how this whole digital landscape works. That's a client that you can grow with.
Hmm.
Um, oftentimes I'll consult someone that's starting off like that. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
here's my consultation fee. I'll help you get started and things like that. I'll refer an SEO to you and things like that. And then we'll start a really good, like, I guess, relationship. And then, 6 months down the line, a year down the line, that's when they come back to me. And like, I've done that.
Let's do it.
Yeah. How you doing, Anthony? Bobby? How's life? Stay away from these lame clients, bro. They're not worth it. They're not worth it. You gotta get the bag. They don't have the bag. Say what says, Are you doing rev share now or want to do it at some point? I'm doing rev share now with my clients. I'm doing rev share now. Yeah. But that's something like there's different ways to charge for PPC, right? There's percentage, there's so I have a management fee, and then once we hit a certain amount of return that's profitable for them specifically is 5 times return. So meaning every dollar I put in, I get 5 times back. They're really profitable at that point. We split the revenue from there. That's how it works. But they were my client for at least 3 years now. And that's probably more than most, like, PPC agencies. That's why it's if you wanna retain a client like that, like a partnership where you're both eating, you're both doing it, like, you you need to, like, be on your fucking game.
What do you think is like the at an agency you've worked at an agency? What's like the average kind of like period of retainment that you have with clients? Like
Like, a year and a half.
a year and a half.
A good agency like, a lot of agencies, what they're doing right now is trying to so what I'm doing is putting together, like, actually a training program for branding agencies to help
Mhm.
them retain their clients and keep their, basically put a monthly retainer on their clients because paid media services are really good for that. And then on top of that, you offer some kind of content, upselling video, upselling whatever,
Yeah.
website and things like that, right?
Mhm.
Photo packages or whatever. So I'm actually working on a program, um, to teach agencies to do that to bring up their overall monthly reoccurring revenue.
Got it.
I spoke to a lot of I've worked with like CRO agencies that are they talked to me to train their team, and I didn't have anything at the time, so that's why started developing this.
Mhm.
They spoke to me and they're just like, "We're looking to upsell PPC and Facebook ads, right? But
Yeah.
we don't like simply because we want to retain our clients, you know?" So I feel like wait, what was your question? Was that your question? Did I answer
Yeah,
it?
you answered
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, it's hard.
But and that's in that way. Then I have another question. Like, do you think that's the new future? Like retainers, almost subscription based types of businesses where you're getting continuous, like kind of monthly fees coming in? Because I feel like
Wait, one more time? Month what?
okay, so you're doing monthly retainers, right? You're helping people get recurring revenue. Do you think that's like I've seen obviously with the okay consumer products like Netflix and I know you have like Aura, but like for example the Whoop like tech type products are moving towards like subscription based and towards like kind of recurring payments.
Mhm.
Do you think like do you think that's the trend or do you think that's always been the case? Because I think that's like a question for me because I don't like for me maybe I think like it's always been like this, but maybe I've been in this industry for such a short time that like I didn't realize that maybe things were done differently before. And I'm just like curious on your thoughts on
Mm.
like overall like business models and like having recurring revenue, recurring payment type things, business
I
models.
think it always depends on, like, the service that you provide, but I was just talking to my friend, I guess he was in the chat, but I'm not gonna say who because I don't wanna blow up spot, and he was looking on ways in which he can offer his services on a retainer model, and he does video and, like, podcasts and, like, content and stuff, and so I think it depends, like, on the service that you provide. There's always a way to make it, like, a reoccurring thing, like, you just
Right.
have to be super creative with it. There
Yeah.
are a lot of perks with reoccurring revenue, however or, like, a monthly retainer, sorry. However, there is scope creep, and scope creep can actually make you bleed out the ass over time. It just dep like, you prevent scope creep just on your overall contracts and how ironclad they are and how you communicate what you do. And like you're able to, everything is always easier when you have a strong brand, like when you have a strong reputation. When I say brand, I don't say like your logos and your website and your color, like all of that to me is terribly irrelevant. It's like your reputation in the industry, right? So if you have a strong reputation, if you have a strong brand, all those things become easier to sell.
Yeah. Yeah. More leverage.
I think you like everyone is testing. I know in the PPC world, I've only been here for 5 years. I don't know what it was like before, but the only thing that makes sense for PPC is retainers. What I'm working to do right now, and I just sold a client on this, is just I'm calling it a strategy and build, the strategy and build program, where I'm telling you the strategy and how we're building it, and I'm giving you all the competitive research, right? Whatever. I'm just building out your campaigns. I'm helping you out with your offers. I'm giving you direction for your landing page. Like I'm doing that. One strategy, one or two strategy, like consultation calls for an hour. And then that's it. It's on you. And then I'm offloading it onto one of my coaching clients, like who would work really well with that client as a media buyer. And so he does the ongoing optimization, stuff like that. I just want to start doing just like one-time things.
Yeah.
Um, we'll see how that goes, but that's just something that I'm testing. Like, like I don't know. Dre does like hourly packaging with SEO too. Like he
Yeah.
prefers the like what he does is really smart. He does something like along the lines of like, this is all the hours that you get in this package. Anything over this package, like this is your monthly hourly package, your retainer, whatever, your management. This is what it all entails. And it's X between X and X hours. Anything over X hours, I'm charging you X amount. That
Got it.
doesn't really work with PPC because we do a lot of like when you launch campaigns, you do a lot of front loading. And then from there might be like minor tweaks here and there.
Hmm.
Like it's more profitable for us to do retainers.
Right. That's super interesting to hear. Because yeah, I've like even like one of the fastest agencies here in Columbus. Like I was talking to him, and yeah, I don't know. It's just interesting because you're absolutely right. Everybody's testing, and I
Mhm.
think honestly, even between agency owners, people have like different ideas of like what works for them, what business model works for them. So I think it's always fascinating to hear these answers from other people in the industry.
Yeah. I think it's just one of those things where this industry is changing so fast and it's getting super competitive. So
Yeah.
you kind of just have to like test. Did your sister just like pants herself or something in front of you or something?
Sorry.
I felt like someone was in front of you, like making like a funny face.
Making what? No.
I don't know. You look to the side. You're like,
I was nothing. I was distracted for a second. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, you're good. 6 people watching right now. I just spit
Woo!
everywhere on my microphone. I'm so
Love it.
excited. The delight is all over my very tired fucking face.
ASMR.
Yo, if you haven't liked this video, Karen's dedicating a lot of her time here. She's
That's
a very
great.
important person. You like this video, subscribe. Maybe you want to do that. I'll promise I'll put out some other content that isn't just fucking live streams. I pinky promise.
Let me ask you, how many times a week do you live stream?
I think like once. I try to do it like once a week. I'm trying to bring my subscribers up and just kind of like actually like my goal is to genuinely like interact with people and just, you know, get content ideas too. Like Anthony just asked a good question, more more or less. It's a good question. I want to dive into some ads slash SEO to scale my business. I'm focusing on content creation and campaigns for brands. Any tips on finding business owners and luring them in for their call? So this is where I don't understand. Are you looking to drive ads and SEO for your business? Like is that a service that you want to do for yourself? Right?
What's his business? Or
She does like video stuff, video production, I think. I'm
uh,
focusing on content creation and campaigns for brands. Any tips on finding business owners and luring them in for a call?
mm,
SEO and ads. SEO would, I mean, I think it's important for everyone to have oh, so you're looking to do it for your own. I'm confused by the question then. Okay, maybe let's remove the first part. I'm focusing on content creation and campaigns for brands. Any tips on finding business owners and luring them in for a call? Using SEO or ads? Is that what it is? So you want to use these marketing avenues to lure them in for a call. So you're asking for tips for advertising and for SEO, correct? Let me know. Let me know.
Yeah.
Because those are 2 very robust and heavy set beasts. Okay, yes. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you for clarifying. Alright, so ads, like, man, you know, it's tough. Like, there's a lot of moving parts to ads, and there's a lot of moving parts to SEO, right? Very thick questions,
Question.
super thick, with 2 fucking C's, like, so the reason why it's so fucking thick is, like, these are these are big ass beasts with lots of moving parts, and there's lots of variables, and so anyone that gives you, like, advice, like, just off the bat, they don't know, they're probably talking about their out their ass, honestly. Like, because with SEO, I don't know, like, what's your SEO strategy? I would say, like, what's your SEO strategy? What's your content strategy? What's your, I guess, what are you doing, like, on page wise? Or I don't know, you're link building or something? Like, well, what are you doing there? I think
And
from there it'd be easier. What are you gonna say?
honestly, and to me, it's like, what are your like? Do you have like a Google My Business? Like honestly, even at the very foundational level, like you, if you have clients to vouch for you, like ask them to leave a review. Like, where's like, where's
Yeah,
your
I don't know where to start because
like,
there's so many different components to this, right?
I feel like I have like a million other questions that from this, but like, where's your Google My Business presence? Do you have any of that? Are you trying to do local, very local SEO? Are you like, yeah, I think I just have more questions. Maybe I just got myself confused. I'm sorry.
No, no, I think if you don't ask more questions to break down this question, I would question your knowledge base, to be honest. So, also, like, when it comes to ads and advertising, like, who are you specifically talking to? Because maybe with advertising, like, I don't know, say if you're like, a lot of B2B stuff doesn't do too well with Facebook advertising. Maybe you wanna focus on Google, and with SEO stuff, maybe you're trying to keep it local, like Karen was saying, like, an o local SEO strategy is different from a nationwide, right? From national. It's night and day type stuff.
Yeah.
Um, this dude's a savage. I like you. I like you a lot.
You should change
I'm
Cynthia's
not
name to
Yeah,
Thick
I'm just changing
Marketing.
it to thick marketing.
Well, but you got to make the C's stand for something. Like,
Thick?
no, the C's. Like, make it eh, like with three C's or
Thick
something.
marketing.
Like,
Crazy, cool
mm,
content. No.
no, not content. No.
Yeah, I'm a chill for that one. But I like this idea. This is great. Thank you, Say What, for giving me great ideas. I'll just have you know that I'm getting back at the gym. Your girl's getting her strength back, and I'm
Woo!
squatting 120. That's some weak shit. That's some weak sauce shit. But I'm kicking up by I say Q1 next year. I want to be lifting like 200 pounds or
Um,
squatting.
are gyms open there?
Yes, gyms are open in Long Island. I just came back. I just told you I came right before. I was like, oh, I just got out of the gym. My hair's mad
Yeah,
crusty.
yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, that's good. That's awesome.
Yeah, we just wear a mask and we nearly suffocate through
I
each
love
set.
it.
That's all. Yeah, me
I love
too.
it. That's really cool.
He says, I find it harder because if you're advertising for your own shoe brand, you can more easily find people that want to buy shoes. Yes, because that's the difference between direct D2C,
You to see.
direct to consumer marketing versus B2B. These are different strategies. So if you are well versed, like I am very well versed in D2C, it's a completely different strategy for marketing myself to generate potential coaching clients and to generate consulting gigs with brands. It's way different approach. But I
Yeah.
want to find business owners that would want to hire us to shoot photography, lifestyle images. Yes, B2B. Yep. Would rather keep it local. So local SEO. I mean, your Google My Business shit needs to be on point. Something that
Yeah.
Dre told me, like, I just need more citations on my shit so that I can actually fucking rank. Um,
Yep. And
just
Google like indexes that. Like I that's how I find new restaurants now. You know how I find restaurants, like
how?
Latino restaurants? is by just like typing in what I want to be in the reviews, like what I want the reviews to say, and typing it in Spanish.
Mm.
So like not in
Like,
English.
what's an example?
So like uh,
Buen
tacos de
muy
barbacoa,
rico.
tacos de barbacoa, or like excelente or something. Because then then Google's going to index the reviews on the Google My Business,
Mhm.
and you know that the person that wrote that review is probably a Latin American.
Yeah.
So to me, that gives me more credibility. So that's me on the user as a user using Google My Business. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Like,
Get your review game up, bruh. Yeah, I think your Google My Business, like, local SEO well, I think most local SEO strategies really focus on, like, Google My Business, no?
yeah, honestly, I feel like now I'm at such a like national enterprise SEO that it's hard for me to even like take it down,
Mhm.
to like knock it down to a local, because I haven't worked on local SEO one on one with a client in a little bit. I've worked more on like content stuff, but that's
Mm.
how I feel like I wouldn't even feel right like talking out of my ass right now because I'm like,
I think, like, it's pretty smart to start with just Google My Business. I don't do SEO, so I just know things very high level. Um, in terms of advertising, like, I would check your Google Search Console to see how people are searching for your actual services and just make sure you're bidding for those for those search terms. Make sure you're optimizing your ads. I would just start there. I would
yeah,
see what your competitors. I mean, like, when it comes to any strategy, really, you never have to reinvent the wheel. What are your competitors are doing? What are your competitors doing? Do them better. Fill the gaps.
yeah, do the
So,
base.
yeah, check them up on SEMrush, see what they're currently ranking for keywords wise, see what they're currently ranking for paid wise. Like, if you're doing B2B, Facebook is not gonna be good for you. You're doing B2B, obviously, I would say Google Ads, but, you know, just do the right research. I have a pretty good video,
Also
actually.
LinkedIn. Look at LinkedIn possibly. I'm not sure. I Here's the thing. I
LinkedIn is trash for ads, honestly, in my
No,
opinion.
not for
I
ads.
mean,
No, I mean for like message.
content, yeah.
No, messaging, DMs, and
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
you're at such a skill where you're like, yeah, you don't, let's say you don't have money for ads, or I don't know, like you're a very nimble, scrappy business still, and you're
Mhm.
willing to put in some time to send a few messages to like I don't know, people in your area through LinkedIn. That worked with me as a freelancer.
Yes,
But then again,
same.
I'm not sure how that would work on in the video business. Test it out, maybe. Who knows? But yeah, content as well. Second that.
Yeah, so the video that I'm pasting in the comments is, like, literally how someone, because a common question that people always have that are more, like, new to this, like, newbies, they're just like, "How do I get started?" Or, like, with advertising specifically. And this video, I basically break down, like, my process of how I would go about developing a strategy.
When
Because
you
last
started,
thing you wanna do is waste money and throwing money at the machine and thinking, you wanna get something back, so, that video is pretty decent, and Bobby says,
talking
"Thanks,
about
guys." No problem, Bobby. You the
advertising in specifically, right?
Yeah, for advertising specifically, not for SEO. Like, I don't do SEO, so I don't know. I
Love
mean, I
it.
started doing SEO for myself, but that's honestly because I just, like, pick Dre's brain. And I'm like, "Dre, what the fuck should I do?" He's like, "You need to rank for these keywords and develop content for this, and you need to get proper citations for your Google My Business." Because
Literally,
I
that's
just
the basics. Like, and that's the same thing for Anthony or Bobby. I'm sorry, I'm not sure what your name is, but like content as well. Like, generate content. Like same thing. Like Cynthia said, take that search console data and like look at the like run. Use that to inform your ad campaigns and stuff. Like same thing. Use that to inform your content strategy. Like start with the basics.
Yeah. No, that I mean, like, that's what I'm doing, like, I'm not doing anything crazy.
Yeah.
I think for me, like with B2B stuff, I'm focusing a lot on talking, like speaking engagements, a lot of
Mm,
LinkedIn content marketing, things like that. I'm playing a long-term game and I
right.
get really good leads. Yeah. I think it's also like partnering up with other agencies. So Isaac's agency refers a lot of leads my way. So that's like another thing, like partnering up with certain agencies. Strategic partnerships are pretty big.
Oh my gosh, for sure. Like
Yeah.
even with like Glassdoor, like our partnership with Indeed,
Genius.
it's been a game changer and provides almost a financial safety net. Like that's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, partner with people. Partner with people, guys.
Strategic partnerships, like me and Karen right now, look at us. Bunch of
Partners.
strategic partners,
That's
you
right.
know? She's Hispanic, I'm Hispanic, she needs a Latin therapist,
You
I
have
got the
life
hookup.
therapists.
Yeah, she's Boricua, she's mad chill, you're gonna love her,
Just
she's
say
mad
what he
lit,
said. Chill out, dude.
she's mad chill. She's Boricua, what do you mean?
Excuse me? I'm not Boricua.
No, I'm saying my therapist, what?
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna
You're
say I'm Boricua.
Ecuadorian.
Okay,
Well, I'm half Dominican. I'm a mutt.
dude. Honestly, that's what makes
I
yeah.
gotta share you this screenshot that's hilarious that I sent to my boyfriend because you know how you told me about the new Pixar video, the movie, the new
Oh my
Pixar
god,
movie?
the Twitter wars on this new Disney movie.
There's
Have
Twitter
been
there's Twitter wars happening?
the Twitter arguments, people complaining that yeah, there's no Colombiano involved in the production or something. There was no as a part of the team, there was no Colombian person, and people were
Damn.
very upset about that. Like I was even in Tequeria, which is like a bunch of people, like literally all Latinx and tech. We were having the same conversation. It's like you know a lot of
Karen,
money,
you're racking in all that guap.
all that.
You're just racking
You
in all that blue cheese,
make
bro, all that blue
you
cheese.
make me blush.
Karen's a big fucking deal, say what, alright? And, all of you that are watching, subscribe. Subscribe to hear more about Karen's stories, my stories, my stories are good too,
You want
right?
to hear about cults? Do you want to hear about
You wanna hear about her lack of real dreams and aspirations?
real
Like,
dreams and
subscribe. We'll
aspirations?
delve into that
And like
more, we'll
how
have
still I am here today, guys. It's possible.
we'll have a lot, I'll psychoanalyze her. I was in the midst of psychoanalyze. I was gonna go in, but, people were asking questions, so that'll be another live stream. The live stream will be called "Let's Take a Peek at Karen's traumatized brain from being in
Yes.
a cult and how
Yes.
a cult helped her become a better marketer."
That's right. It's
That's the next that's the next live
psychology.
stream. That's the next live stream. But yo, guys, I'm gonna how are you feeling? I feel like it's time to wrap it up. How are you feeling?
Oh shit! Is this 1021? Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's time to wrap up.
I feel like it's time to. I don't know. What am I gonna do? I'm just gonna scrape the bottom of the barrel with Netflix content. Cynthia
What
is
the
hot.
fuck does this mean? Tiguerita?
Tijerita.
First off, I'm a tigre. Oh, I see what he said. I'm half tigre. Yeah, it's like Dominican.
What?
I don't know, like the people like Dominicans say tigre, they say que lo que. It's
Wait, 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 wait,
like a
wait.
thing.
What? They say tigre a lot, and
Yeah,
that's why.
like maning and tigre. So,
Never
like,
been
people
to
refer to, like, certain Dominican like, I don't think it's a common thing, but I feel like, "Oh, that dude's a tigre," but I don't actually mean that he's Dominican, but it's just a term that Dominicans say, so you kinda and also, I'm, like, the worst Dominican. When I was in DR in the summers, no one thought I was Dominican, so
I can't believe you're more diverse than me.
yeah, I'm, like I was gonna say something racist. Racist against me, like, no other
Well, okay,
Hispanics. I was gonna That's
okay.
why I didn't show you the screenshot. You're gonna die laughing because I'm Ecuadorian Dominican, my boyfriend's Colombian. And like
Mhm.
we've been dating each other for a long time, like 10 years practically. So it's not like if I say that our kids, it's not like me being a crazy Hispanic woman, like, oh, fantasize and like scrapbooking pictures of what our kids would look like and shit.
That's not you.
So
That's never like I
it's
couldn't
just not. It's
I
not.
couldn't
Honestly, if it
do that.
wasn't for how amazing my boyfriend is, I'm just not a I just wouldn't I don't know, I'd just be a
Mm,
I just wouldn't be there. But um I gotta send you the screenshot because it's fucking hilarious because I said something about how our kids like would really love that show, that movie. But I
mm.
said something funny and it's racist, but it's funny.
Oh, I love it.
Only racist against me though, not any other races, you know.
I love that. I love that content. It's a common thing like saying bro.
Yeah,
Ah,
like maning, bro, tigre, tigrita. I never heard of that, tigrita, but I'm
no.
assuming it's the feminine version of tigre.
Tiguerita.
You know how we do you know how we say ñaño?
Mhm.
It's kind of like that a little bit. Maning,
Yeah, yeah.
ñaño. Yeah.
Love it.
You know, my boyfriend didn't know what that meant, and he's only heard it his
Ooh,
whole life, and, like, literally, we've been dating for 10 years, and that's all my grandparents say, like, when they refer to their siblings, and even I
ooh.
say it s low key about my brother,
Yeah. And he
and
didn't
he's like,
know
"What
it?
does that mean?" And I'm just like, "Did you
What the fuck?
have you been listening this whole time?" Like, what? And he's like, "Oh, it means brother." I'm like, "Yeah, like, can't you see why? Like, do you not see why? It's like, li hermano, ñaño, hermana,
Hermana,
ñaña."
yeah.
Like, it's how do you not
So, how do you not make the connection there? No. Oh, okay, I wanna shut up.
if
Okay,
you're watching this, Andres, you're on thin ice.
I'm I'm not gonna insist here.
Karen's breaking us up. No.
No.
You can do LinkedIn DM ads. Yeah, I think ads in general, so that's a placement within LinkedIn. Like, you can it's a placement, to send ads directly through InMail, and you can run those ads, but LinkedIn ads in general are super expensive. Their CPCs are between, like, $6 and $9.
That's what I've heard. Um,
And it's not like, it's not effective. Like, it's only good if you have some kind of white paper download and you can pay that much. Like, you're profitable enough to pay that much.
mhm.
It's it's basura, though. I think like, it depends on your target demo, though. That's me. Alright, guys, we're wrapping up. If
Woo!
anyone additionally that hasn't subscribed, please subscribe so I can get up to 155, that's all. You know, I'm not asking
Woo!
for much. Just asking for one thing. That's it.
I'm
If
a
not,
promo your
any
channel.
last minute questions, we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah. I'm gonna promo your
And
channel in Tequeria because I'm sure people would want to learn. Another
that'd
Latina
be
in
amazing. You know
Latina.
who I'm partnering up with? It's like a small Instagram account, but I'm still super hyped. I'm partnering
Ooh.
up with the Latina Collective.
Sorry, what is it called?
Latina Collective. It's a smaller account, but it's
Latina.
cool. It's Hispanic. It's cool on Instagram.
Ooh. Speaking of Latinos, we've had a big win. Well, oh no, I can't talk about politics. Never mind. For
Just
another
say
day.
it. Say one like, what do you mean? Like, just say it really quickly.
Shit. No, it's politics. It's straight up politics. Word work involved in politics. Are you comfortable with that? Yes or no?
Yes.
Are you? Okay.
I'm
Well,
comfortable with drama in general. I like
okay.
it.
So
I'm here for it.
so Georgia runoffs. Um organizing. I don't know if you know anything about the world of organizing, the world of campaigning for political candidates,
Not too
but
much. I'm super dumb there.
so I've learned a lot, and
Yeah.
apparently, honestly, I feel like it just reminds me of marketing and just work and client work so much because obviously there's no strategy in terms of talking about Latinos catering to the Latino market, right? There's
Mhm.
organizing the campaigners, the people that are door knocking or whatever. There's or are helping people register to vote in Georgia specifically. Like there's no real strategy, and honestly, that just reminds me of clients sometimes. But we were able to, with a coalition, with some friends with Tequeria, like
Mhm.
um, make basically take like vote.org's like common landing page on like how to vote, how to register to vote and stuff, and like do basically a grassroots effort to get that page translated specifically for Georgia in like Spanish, like a bunch of freaking languages, Hindi,
Mhm.
like, and get like make enough noise to get them to like put it on their website, and to like make things like that happen in political world and organizing world and campaigning world is like really really hard, because it's like it's
Why?
not like marketing where somebody hires you and somebody listens to you. It's like, I'm telling you, we need this. We're gonna make as much grassroots like noise as we can until like we start to see the change, and we start to see like people putting out content and stuff that are useful to like Latinos. And so yeah, that's been really
That's
cool
awesome.
that we can like, and it's like all about the connects. It's all about networking. It's like, I know somebody over there at that organization, and now the Senate campaign is aware of this, and it's like all like a thing of networking. It's crazy how this world works. But yeah, putting out more help, more resources to our Latinos is always good.
Dope.
So I guess
That's
some sort
awesome.
of,
Congrats. That's a
yeah,
win. That really is a win.
it's a crazy, crazy win. Like,
Damn.
yeah. But
For
yeah,
me,
I'm sorry. I know you keep saying that we're gonna sign off.
no. I was just thinking really quickly. I was thinking like that's like why I mean it doesn't relate, but like just to reach a wider audience and just to develop more impact. So, oh fuck, what I wanted to tell you was if you were interested in a certain speaking event, I'll
Ooh.
send it to you. That's remember like before I was like, "Oh, I have to ask you a question." That was
Oh
it. If you're
yeah,
interested in a certain it was the speaking event because I can invite people. Um
I love
but
it.
it's about monetizing your knowledge. But you can like you monetize your shit as a freelancer for SEO. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Just look at it and see
Okay.
and see if
Send
it
me
makes
the
sense. I
info.
can make an intro. But anyways, I was gonna say, this person so one of my goals for next year is to start dipping my toe into, like, the more South American markets, the Latin American market, like, that's why I really wanna get better at Spanish, that's why I'm thinking of living out in Ecuador for, like, 6 months between Ecuador and Colombia.
Same. Honestly, same. Okay, but go ahead.
Yeah, like, but, like, legitimately. I was
Mhm.
gonna stay out in Ecuador this year for, like, 2, 3 months, but now I'm thinking, like, I should just make it 6 months and
Yeah.
just honestly take lessons out there
Mhm.
and get better at my grammar and whatever the case is, and
Yeah.
then also, like, I can always fly back to New York and shit like that, but,
Mhm.
that's my goal, right? So all the courses I produce, I'm gonna all translate in Spanish. Same with, like, articles that I write. It's really difficult. I hire someone to do that shit for me. But something really cool that happened, and I think I can put you on as well because they're looking for help here, but, the person that was interviewing me today at this podcast, they own, like, a content marketing agency in Miami, and he was
Nice.
mentioning to me how he has basically, like, a school not like a school, but he has, like, a specific program that he teaches at in a university in Santo Domingo in Dominican Republic,
Yeah.
and, he was telling me, like, they're always looking for, digital marketers to explain what like paid media and SEO to them. And he was just like, "Would you be interested in something like that?" So if I get put on, I'm gonna drag your ass down to the island.
Freaking love it. Are we talking about a post-COVID world?
No, we're just, just wear a mask. I don't know. But
That's funny.
no,
That's
I think this is more like mid like Q3 type shit of 2021, Q2, Q3.
okay.
They book those well in advance.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just curious in hearing like more like the specifics. Like,
Yeah, I don't even know specifics. It was just cool that I made that connect regardless, and then I was
yeah,
just saying that, like, if I get put on, I think you'd be a great also for SEO stuff.
yeah. Let me.
And you can actually speak Spanish, like, my shit is disgraceful.
Let me.
Karen, last question for you. Last question for you. This is some thick
Oh,
marketing shit here.
Either of you marketed adult entertainment. Dun, 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 dun.
No, no. There's a reason why I dipped my toe into e-commerce. There was someone I was referred a client that sold like adult toys, but I passed that on because it's like too many rules with Google that I don't want to deal with at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Interesting. I didn't even know that.
advertising.
Huh. Interesting. Well, I have not marketed adult entertainment, and I don't particularly have an interest. But I'm curious about the what kind of Google restrictions are there?
You can't show dicks, Karen.
No, but
It's like, what do you
wow,
think?
love
like, like what was it? It
major
was
eye
like a long
roll.
time ago. It's like you can't. No, like severe. Like, there's a reason why when you type in Google, you type in like dildos, you're not going to see like insane phallic symbols. Google cares about user experience. Like, you're not going to say, "Oh shit, there are some ads here. Look at this." Here's
What the hell,
maybe,
Cynthia?
maybe things have changed. I don't know.
Really? Can you show us? Just
I'm
kidding.
showing you right now. Look at this. Oh, look at these keyword dildo brewing companies.
Let me see.
Dildos in all sizes.
Wow.
Oh, okay. I guess you can advertise. Let's now let's keep this PG. I'm not gonna look at
Okay,
that.
wait. Dildos are not essential items. 80% off. 85% off.
Wow. Okay, so apparently you can run ads. What about shopping? Because I remember you can't have like, oh, okay. Wow. All right.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you aspire to enter this world, what just happened?
No, I screenshotted this and I showed this to you.
Wait, I'm gonna see it. Let me pull it up on my phone. Did you
Oh,
just
let me
miss
stop
me in
sharing
the
my screen
story?
now. Yeah, it was a great picture of us.
I
You
love
can't
it.
show belly buttons, Karen. Yeah, you can show a lot of things apparently on Google, and I have just harassed your eyeballs with that, and this live stream is probably going to be taken down or something. I don't know.
Love it.
Yeah, that's what just happened.
Oh my gosh, I love your screenshot.
It's a good one, right? It's a really good one. All right,
Yeah.
guys, we're wrapping up here.
Okay.
Alex says, "LOL." Alex, are you following me? Did you subscribe?
Hi,
Please
Alex.
do. What's up, Alex? Google
Hi.
Chat show belly buttons.
Google Chat.
Maybe he's trying to say Google can't show belly buttons. Google can't show belly buttons, but they can show massive dildos. That's crazy.
No, I don't believe that.
Oh, thank you, Alex. You're a real one. I appreciate you.
What are you gonna do after this, Cynthia? What's your evening routine?
My evening routine is I got a whiteboard here. I gotta launch some campaigns that are ready for the weekends so that I need to do like a lot of work so that I don't have to worry about work tomorrow.
Mm,
Um I just gotta do a couple of outlines for that Google course.
mm. Cool.
And I don't think I'm gonna finish it tonight. Like, I'm not feeling it. I'm just gonna answer emails and just be done with it. And then yeah, I wanna launch those campaigns now, but it's looking like a tomorrow problem. That's it. That's it.
It's like a
Looking like
like
a tomorrow problem.
it's a future Cynthia problem.
Yeah, it's a tomorrow problem. So I'm just gonna relax. I'm gonna watch Flight of the Concords. Maybe I'll just answer those emails on my phone instead while I'm watching Flight of the Concords.
Mm. Awesome.
Yeah, what about you? What are you doing?
I have no idea. I'm just gonna probably watch something. Oh, I'm probably gonna rewatch Selena.
Oh, I have to watch that.
Yeah.
But it
It,
makes me like so depressed literally every time
but
watching
that's
it.
just the part one. So there's gonna be another part. So it's not like you're gonna get to the dead part.
Really? But
Yeah.
that's the part 1 is what builds up the emotion and the attachment, and then I gotta prepare for part 2, and that's where I wanna, like
No, oh my gosh, dude, you gotta take it day by day. Just enjoy part 1. Don't even think
more
you don't have to watch part 2.
I'm so sad. Like, her just life story
Oh, you
makes
know
me
what?
so sad.
This is what I was telling my sister today. Before I die, I wanna go to Corpus Christi. I wanna go to Corpus Christi, see this town.
You need to dream bigger, girl. Like, what? You let me optimize your bucket list, please. Like,
No.
your bucket list is
You
like
can't get off my bucket list.
your bucket list is like, go to Corporate Christie, become an SEO person at Google. Like,
Ew. When did I what?
yo, you need to optimize your bucket list. My bucket list is, like, ridiculous. It's like, eat pasta in Italy while getting a lap dance by a midget.
Oh, that's this yeah,
You gotta level up. You level up your bucket list. That's what I'm saying. Level it up.
I am not envious of that bucket. Keep your bucket list, Cynthia.
I'm just trying to help you out. That's all. Just offering you some insights.
Okay. All right. Well, it was nice talking to you today, Cynthia.
Likewise, likewise. Thank you everyone for attending.
Thank you.
And
This was
like, subscribe, comment. You know, I'm really curious to hear from you guys. I'm thinking and brainstorming, like, content for this channel, and I want to deliver the best possible experience for you guys. It's educational. So feel free to comment on any video. Comment on this video if you can. Just some ideas on what you want to see. You guys did such a great job of commenting on the chat, and I appreciate each and every one of you for giving
Thank you,
me.
everybody.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks.
you, Ray. Thank you, Dre. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Say What. Thank you,
Dario came in clutch.
Anthony.
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Bobby.
I feel like we should shout out everybody at the end and like.
Oh man, look at this! Look at this co-hosts.
And they're like Insta
Above and
handles
beyond.
too, so like they can self promote and they can be really engaged. You know.
Well,
Like
I just did the wrong thing. My bad. Yeah, I mean, feel free to self promote yourself, guys. That's all. You're on some next level stuff. You need a YouTube channel so I can live stream on it. Thank you, Ray, Dre, Nick, and StreamYard. Shout out to StreamYard.
StreamYard. I did my thing on StreamYard and they had like freaking waiting music, like elevator music. But so sophisticated. I was like,
yeah,
StreamYard is like really knocking it up to a new level.
Yeah, like even the branding and stuff, like you can make this stuff look really cool. But you have to upgrade it. Video clips, you can do.
I was like, what the heck? I was like, this StreamYard kick us out.
Yeah. You could do a countdown. You could do like, holy shit, a background. Yo, this is crazy. Wait.
We need to do that. We need to do that next time for more emphasis.
Yeah, we gotta do that next time. We're gonna talk about
here's a plan. We don't even go live. We like throw these links into like the Facebook group and stuff for like and wait 5 minutes. Have that timer waiting for 5 minutes and then we go live.
Boom. That's what we're doing. Brought to you by the best content marketer herself, you know. We need to get you a YouTube channel. The fuck?
Mm-hmm.
You need to work on your content in general. Like, I thought I was bad.
My gosh. Do you understand how much I wish I had more balance outside of work? My thing is I want to focus on client work and my time outside of work is limited. And I wish I just had more time. And I know that's like something, I hate when people use that word, but like, I'm trying to like optimize my freaking schedule from when I wake up to when I shut my eyes. And I've got it to a point to where it's like, I'm like, I have everything stacked and I have everything like in a process. And like adding one more like thing on there, I feel like would like tumble everything down. And that one
Mm.
more thing is like the creating the content for my
It's a beast. It takes up a lot of energy. I'm not gonna even
but I
front.
enjoy it. Yeah, that's for sure. But yeah, I'm
That
sorry.
means you're gonna have to sacrifice something.
Something's gonna have to like. It's like I see it like as a Jenga thing. Like I'm gonna need to take
Yeah,
something out and like put that thing in. But yeah.
that's what she said. All right, guys. It was really great chatting with you. And this is the last and final goodbye for the
Goodbye.
this is a true Latino goodbye.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
When you
because you
saying bye at
say
parties,
goodbye, right? And you're
Karen's
like,
corporate talk to you. I love it.
wow, let's highlight this comment.
Karen's corporate talk show.
2 weeks later, Karen's fired from Glassdoor.
That'd be epic. Epic
Not the
word.
latter, but the name, yes, yes. Um, I'm gonna get banned by YouTube. Listen, say what, Alex, I appreciate all of you, like, so much. Truly, genuinely, like, I feel like I don't do a good job with content here, but the fact that you guys show up is really cool. I appreciate you. Like I said, you can hit me up, if you have any content ideas, anything you wanna hear, anything you wanna learn, whatever the case is. Ruby Robles!
Ruby! I talked to
Yeah,
Ruby.
don't leave, I just came in. Bro, we were about to leave.
Have you talked to
We
Ruby?
said all of our Latino goodbyes, and you
Yeah.
know what Latino goodbyes means, like, at least 10 goodbyes. We're on our 7th goodbye here.
We're on our 7th goodbye. Estamos en el último adiós, you know? Oh, Ruby's Ecuadorian, by the way. Fun fact.
Oh, really? Dude
Yeah.
or chick?
Huh?
Dude or like a male or
Oh, girl.
Ruby, what's up, girl? You just don't know nowadays. I just don't know the names, you know. You never know. I'm not trying to offend nobody, you know. I'm not trying to
Yeah,
be there.
yeah.
But I'm so sad that you guys, yeah, Ecuador represent for real. Like
Ecuador.
Guayaquil. I don't know where Karen's from. She's from
Cuenca.
she's
Chill.
from like crusty part, but you
Chill,
know,
bro.
we're all
Excuse me? Nobody. I'm
from
sorry.
some crusty part. But I'm from the real city, you know.
Nobody's
So
trying to get robbed in Guayaquil.
yeah, you get robbed just for
Nobody's
like
trying to go to Guayaquil.
everything. You get robbed for your shoes. My dad got robbed for his shoes once.
Every time I tell my family from Cuenca I want to go to Guayaquil, they're like, "No, don't go. You're gonna get robbed. Don't. Stay away from Guayaquil. No, no, no."
To be honest, Guayaquil is like the place that shit is happening, but at the same time, it's like like I don't like. I'd rather be out in La Sierra, to be honest. But
Okay, yeah.
still, Guayaquileños, I feel like are like the coolest.
Oh, Ruby's half Mexican, half Ecuadorian.
Ooh, what part is your family from in Ecuador?
Yeah.
Also, say what? You know, I don't know what I said that was really cute, but
Oh.
you know,
Okay.
you know me. I'm a cutie, okay? Um
I'm sorry.
Real talk. As we that's like the dumbest word. It's like saying cooties. It's just it's the dumbest word to use after the age of 21. Anyways, real talk, as we get older, making time for yourself and passions is key to work-life balance. Been burnt out. Yeah. It took me like a whole year to get over burnout. Damn, Ruby, you're hurting me. You're hurting my feelings here. You've never been to Guayaquil? It's Cuenca and
Hey,
Quito.
Cuenca.
My
Cuenca's in
dad's for Cuenca. Wow. All right, all right. The Serranos have taken over.
Serranos.
Where are my costeños? You know, where y'all at? Where's the? You know, I think the people from Manabi are probably the most attractive in all in Ecuador. Manabitas.
I have met only, I think, one person from Manabi, but I'm not sure. I couldn't. Maybe I gotta meet some people from Manabi. Shoot.
Manabi, yeah. It's close to what's the really cool chill area on the coast? The by the beach near Olong. It's like the place.
I'm
You
not
said you're not from Ecuador?
coast. I
You
don't
said
know.
I'm not from Ecuador? What's it called? Damn, this dude said, Ruby Roble sounds like a telenovela name. Why are you roasting my guests for? Say what? Your name is Say What? I mean, it's a beautiful name, don't get me wrong. It's a great name.
I love Ruby.
Ruby actually, Robles sounds like a comic book character.
I love that Ruby Robles starts with the two R's, the alliteration,
RR.
the two RR.
That's a good name. So my stepmom, my dad and my stepmom recently got married, but she's officially her last. Well, she hasn't officially changed it, but she's going to. Her last name
Wait,
is Rodriguez, but they're changing her. They're changing her. She's changing her name to Sandoval. So she has the
oh,
perfect like Sandy Sandoval.
Sandoval.
Sandy
I love
Sandoval.
it.
Like that's so great. Like for me, damn, Ruby, you got blessed.
Oh, we gotta talk about your stepmom because I have a stepmom too. Okay.
My stepmom's like I often wonder if I could switch her for my real mom. She's great. She's amazing.
Love
Is your
it.
stepmom amazing?
Really? Maria.
You said no?
Huh?
You said no? Is your stepmom, like,
Oh, did
cool?
you ask me a question? I'm sorry.
I did. I asked you if your stepmom cool?
Oh, sorry. I couldn't. Can you repeat that question one more time? Because I'm
Is
talking
your
over you.
is your stepmom cool?
Oh,
Like,
is
she
that one cool? I
yeah.
would not know because I don't really know her that well because she's in Ecuador and I live
Oh,
in the US. And honestly, we are not close like that. But I do
stepmom
know
is amazing.
she's a devout Jehovah's Witness, as is my father. So I feel like I can infer some things already, but
Yeah, you definitely can. Okay, so the town by the city, which is so much fun.
tell me,
Aaron, you need to go, like, Montanita. It is so much fun.
what is it called?
Montanita. Mon
Montañita?
Montanita. I can't, like, say the N too well, but, I'm
This is,
gringo, so
don't worry. Montañita, Ecuador.
Say What says I'm not roasting, it's a cool name. Oh, okay. That was my bad. I'll take the L there. That was my
I,
fault.
I would have seen it as a compliment.
Oh. Alright, my fault, my fault, my fault, my fault. This is Montanita. It is freaking dope. It
You
is just
don't
one of
go.
those towns where I literally partied from 5 p.m. all the way to 8 a.m. the next day. Like it's just one of those like and I'm not the type person to do that, but like here I was just it was so much fun. So much fun. Like you're on the beach. It's just it's a freaking blast. Like the people are so cool. So a lot of South Americans, a lot of Argentinos, they go there. A lot of Spanish people, like from Spain and stuff, like
Mhm.
Chileans. They all come to Montanita to like just have fun and chill. It's like a party town. It's so much fun. So much fun.
Wow.
Baños is my second favorite place in Ecuador.
Okay, I like baños. Yeah.
Baños is so much fun. I'm definitely not a party animal. It was just that one time. Like it's like a win in Rome type situation, win in Montanita. Just get wasted on everything that's available.
Oh, that sounds like paradise.
Baños o Montanita?
Yo, but I
Which
have to
one?
do this without my family.
Baños is amazing. Like, have you ever been to El Árbol de whatever? It's like
Yeah. Hmm.
it's so fun. This is like real. Like, this is what I love about Ecuador. Like, it feels so much more authentic because I went to Colombia as well, and it just feels so much more authentic than a place like Cartagena. Like, it feels
Wow.
real.
What do you mean?
What do I mean?
What do I mean?
Like Cartagena is very touristy. Baños feels like one of those hidden gems that no one
Yeah.
really knows about.
Does Cartagena feel very like Disneyland like, where it's like, here's the rides and attractions for you, and then
No. It's one of those old cities that are preserved, just like in Old San Juan in
okay,
Puerto Rico. It's a very similar experience as in Colombia.
interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You probably used to do NYC after hours. Not really, man. I'm not like a big drinker, honestly. I'm not a big drinker. Nowadays I just really drink wine. Even though that last live stream I got wasted. Well, I didn't get wasted. I just drank a little bit, but like I'm
Yeah.
not really a big drinker.
Yo, that last live stream was so lit.
I was lit. We got to bring in the Eduardo, yeah. We gotta bring I just didn't wanna butcher his name because I was like, "Is it Eduardo or s" It's
Eduardo.
Eduardo. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, we
yeah.
gotta bring Eduardo back, and we gotta all plan this.
Yeah, we gotta have a Latin pate. Um, we gotta bring Dre, you
Mm,
know? Let's make
yeah.
it all, like, diversify this bitch. You guys ride La Chiva? What is that?
No,
Is that
what is
in
it? Is that a Mexican thing or an Ecuador thing?
is La Chiva like that bus? Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
we
yeah, but I've
do.
done that in Ecuador.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done it in Colombia because we have, like it's called, like it's basically a party bus,
Mhm.
and they have a band in there, and they just pass around shots. Like, in Baños is so much fun because we basically, like, walked around and just kept drinking aguardiente and, what's that warm stuff? It's, like, warm, and it has, like, anise.
I
What's
don't
it
know.
called?
I feel
Ooh.
like, yeah, I need to experience Ecuador without my family because we got on that or on something that resembles that La Chiva, but with my Jehovah's Witness family, you can understand the level of awkwardness and of just me feeling like I could be enjoying this much more if that was like,
Oh, yeah, you gotta
oh, this.
Canelazo, you have to try Canelazo. Yeah, yeah, Ruby has it, yep. Canelazo. Yeah, we should go. Well, I told you I'm if, like, God willing, everything kind of clears up, like, honestly, by May, I'm gonna probably stay out there for the rest of the year and then, like, fly back for little things here and there, whatever the case is.
Ooh,
But
love it.
I'm just gonna rent out an Airbnb in different parts of Ecuador and Colombia
Mhm.
and try and, like, I don't like nomading. I like to have, like, a place, like, month
Yeah,
at a
yeah.
time type thing. I'm not like, but yo, you should come out for a week or something, and I'll take you to
Oh, yeah.
the spots. Yeah.
Heck to the F. Yeah. I was debating between that and like Argentina or something because I want to visit my like one of my closest friends in Argentina as well, but we'll see. We'll see. I definitely want to
You
go.
could, like, do both, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do both. Just do a week in Ecuador, a week in Argentina.
Ugh, that'd be so epic.
That's what I wanna, like, I'm not really that interested in Argentina, but I do wanna go there for, like, a week and just check it out. Since I would be in South America anyways, I might as well go to
Mhm.
Chile, Argentina, maybe
Mhm.
Brazil for a little bit. Canelazo. Alex says, "Def nice to venture out of the touristy spots." Yeah, that's why Ecuador is so cool. I feel like it's, like, one of those hidden gems that only Europeans know.
Really?
Yeah,
European.
because when I went to Baños, it was all European and Australian.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's really fun. Cartagena is really fun too. Colombia is really fun. I love
I
Colombia.
gotta okay, I'm so excited for this movie. Ruby says let's go backpacking together.
I'm down. I'm not into, like, the backpacking type shit, but I'll wear a backpack for a day and hang out with you guys.
Yes,
Like,
that's
I'm
my
not
version of backpacking.
yeah, I'm not like I'm like, I'm not gonna front to you. I'm on some boozy shit, like
But what does that mean? What does backpacking even mean? Like, what do you literally you walk everywhere? Or you
backpacking is basically, like, load all your shit in a backpack and just, like, travel around, like, super nomad-y. I'm
pero
just
like
like camping type shit, like the same meaning of camping. It's not exactly camping, but you know how, like, if I were to camp, I would need to glamp. Like, I would need to stay at like a hooked up Airbnb, away from bugs type stuff.
yeah. And
Yeah.
so this is like more people like camping outside, like in tents. Is that it?
Ruby says we're missing out. I'll try it for like a week, but like I just need electricity and good Wi-Fi because of the line of my work. Like, I'm at a point now that I can make 20K literally anywhere per month.
Mhm.
So, but that's solely dependent on me being hooked up to Wi-Fi. So that's why it's like I need to so that's why I would be like, I'm not really for it. And then I don't know if that I went like hiking a lot in Ecuador and I loved it. Like we climbed up like I love hiking, especially where do we go? Chimborazo, which is that mountain up there near Quito.
Yeah.
But like I like to go back home to like a place with Wi-Fi and like a nice bed and
Oh, that sounds nice.
good oh, she said no, not really. It's hitchhiking. Yeah, you don't have to hitchhike when you're backpacking.
Gosh, that
I would
sounds
think that's
so
dangerous.
unsafe as a woman. Like,
Honestly, I can't I think I would never travel alone as a woman in South America. It's tough. Say what says damn you rich. Would you think otherwise? You know, like me and Karen, we're next level. You know, but we're bringing you all on board. That's the thing. We're spilling the gems here. We're trying to help you out. Pa la raza.
you said it in such a Caribbean way. I love it.
Pa la raza. Just a lot of walking, catching buses, and staying at hostels. Yeah, okay. So that's the thing. The hostels thing.
Oh,
I'm like so weird about bathrooms. Like I can't. I'm just too like I'm too
personal.
annoying. Like I mean I annoy myself. Like I annoyed my cousin because she was about to take my ass to a hostel. I was like, nah, I'll pay for a hotel. You know. Say what says Karen is even richer. Karen's on some next level baller shit, right?
Mhm.
She always has been. You just tell by her personality. But yeah, I can't do the like there's some really nice hostels because we stayed at a nice hostel, but like when we went to La Tacunga, La Tacunga, Ecuador.
Oh, the volcano.
Yeah, it's near that. It's not a volcano; it's like a crater. What do you call it?
Oh,
Like
shit. Okay, we're talking about different things.
it's this. It's like this.
Oh,
This
I'm talking about Tungurahua. Never mind.
Tungurahua is near Baños.
Yeah, and we're
That's the
talking
volcano in
about
Baños. So this is the I forget Lake Quilatoa right here. It's like Lago Quilatoa. It's beautiful. And so the mountain near here is that it? No, that's not it. The mountain near here is Chimborazo. I believe is El Chimborazo.
hmm
And so this is that town. This is like that area. And it was really cold and we stayed in a hostel here, but we had the whole hostel to ourselves. So it was actually really nice. And that was fine. We had our own private bathroom and stuff.
hmm
Lake Titicaca. Isn't Lake I know. Is Lake Titicaca
Oh,
isn't that in Bolivia?
it's a legit lake.
Yeah. She's like, "What?"
I thought you literally made that up. You got jokes.
She's like, "Titicaca."
Ow! You
Lake
guys
Lake
started laughing so much.
Lake Titicaca. Oh, yeah, it's in Peru. Or is it in Bolivia? I thought it was Bolivia. Can you guys help this out? Help me out. Say what? Is this in Peru and Bolivia? Oh, I think it's Bolivia. No? Yeah, but okay. So, oh, it's between Peru and Bolivia. I see, like right there. I want to also
Birthplace of
go
the
to
Incas.
what's up?
Oh no, it's the birthplace of the Incas.
Yeah, it's like a sacred place, bro. It's fucking
I want to
sacred.
go to the sacred place. Ugh,
Yeah, it's a sacred place, and you should go. I want to check out Puyo as well in Ecuador, which is like the Amazons next to Baños, like it
I went to
connects.
Puyo.
You did?
hmm
I want to go. Did you like it? What was it like?
I loved it.
So here's where I would be hanging. And actually in Ecuador, I'm thinking of staying in Cuenca. So,
Why you talk trash then?
cuz I'm fake, I don't know. I was going to probably stay a month in Cuenca and then like maybe like a month in Guayaquil for my family and then stay out in Montañita by the beach. And then me and Andy were going to stay in Medellin. Then we're going to hang out in Bogota to hang out with his family. And
hmm
then we're going to travel. He doesn't know any of this. I've already made the plans though. But we're going to travel.
He doesn't.
We're gonna travel. Like, I want to go to Peru, but I want to go to Cusco. Also,
Mhm.
I want to go to La Paz in Bolivia. I have a friend who said that she'd host me here, so I'd be like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Mhm.
I want to check out Chile. I don't really care about Paraguay. Fuck Uruguay. Argentina.
Yo.
Where else? Like these are like the and honestly, people be saying that about Ecuador anyway, so fuck them too. Um,
Oh, God.
I'm not going here.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't touching that.
Pobrecitos.
Yeah. There's a lot of in like Guayaquil, and I'm sure in Cuenca as well.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
a lot of
Mhm.
Venezolanos. Yeah. I want to go to Brazil, but I don't know where. I don't know where. Like it's look how big this bitch is.
I know, right? It's like we forget. Huge ass country.
I heard Salvador is amazing, and it's basically like a little Africa, actually.
Yeah. I saw it in like a bunch of like Vox Vice type series
Yeah.
talking about like the culture and stuff.
Yeah, same. Sao Paulo. I don't know if I think I would just go to Sao Paulo and what's the other place that everyone talks? Rio de Janeiro. I would just go to those two honestly because I don't know anything else. So
I'm trying to do.
oh, I definitely want to go to Costa Rica.
Why?
I feel like Costa Rica is like the Bali of South America.
How so?
There's it's known for like yoga and stuff. There's a lot of spiritual retreats.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's actually really beautiful, Costa Rica. Costa Rica tourism.
If you go to Cuenca, you should go by my you should go to my family's bakery.
I would love to. I love serrano bread. That's like the best bread ever.
Bro. Yeah.
Like best bread. Like to me, it's like better than Colombian bread.
Okay, you need to chill. Like
Really, I love it so much better, and I love Colombian bread too. Like, yo, I'm gonna give the
interesting.
Colombians they props. Okay, but
Maybe because I grew up with Colombian bread. I just it doesn't have the same I love my family's bread, but I feel like I have bias to them because it's my family, you know? Like
well, I'm telling you, I like it a lot. I love it. Bathrooms are an absolute sacred place. I don't want to sit down on someone else's poo poo. Okay, I don't want none of that. I don't want that on my toothbrush. I don't want none of it. Oh my god,
wow.
yes, it was beautiful. Peru. Yes, it is
What?
between the 2. Okay, so they were I was asking, like, is Lake
Oh,
Titicaca between is it Peru or Bolivia? But it's between the 2,
between
but
the
they're saying
two.
Peru.
I've been to
Yes,
Puyo.
I've been to Puyo. I went to the Casada La Vida. I gotta go. I gotta check that out. That's, like, one thing I'm, like, sad that I've never been to. I'm also, like, sad that I've never been to the Galapagos Islands.
Hmm. Do they allow tourists? Don't they have some kind of restrictions on there for conservation or something? Or is that just making up shit?
That's you making up shit.
Because
I mean, I don't know what it's like now, but I mean, like, o overall, they accepted tourists for sure.
well then, sounds like
Yeah.
fun. I'm sorry, I keep delaying this or
I
keep
don't know
saying,
what I'm doing. I'm just clicking around shit, so
well, okay, same here. I'm
yeah, I'm just
thinking on
figuring it
TikTok.
out. But yo, guys, okay, so in real Latin American spirit, this is our final goodbye after we've said goodbye like 17 times. If you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. Ruby, are you subscribed?
Oh yeah,
And if you do
really.
subscribe, what would you like to see? I'm curious. I want to hear your feedback. Want to hear from you.
So just she's
And
she I feel like she's open to learning a lot. And she, from what I know, I think she said she was starting to land local clients and stuff. So she's early, I believe, in her digital marketing journey. But yeah, it sounds like she's excited to grow and develop in the space.
oh, awesome. Well, happy to mentor you virtually. A portable toilet is an option if you don't want to share. How about just a regular toilet? Hasta luego, tigres. All right. All right. I love all your content. I'm trying to land a client. Watch more content. Listen to the podcast. We have an episode on we've actually gotten really good feedback on that one because a
You
lot
guys
of our
should
other
have me
shit
as a you guys should have me as a guest.
We talked about this already. This is in the works. This is happening. This is
Well,
truly
you tell
happening.
me that, but you're not really in it. Just kidding.
Whoa, I was like, "Whoa, is she getting toxic on me now? What the fuck?"
I'm channeling my
I
inner
thought you
Cynthia.
I thought you said you're fully adopted to Ohio, you know? You got really New York just for a second. Okay, so in this episode, if you haven't seen it already, we actually talk about, like, some strategies on how I started getting work as a digital marketer, and Dre talks about it as well. You can follow him and his YouTube channel. His YouTube channel has a lot of great content. I'm trying to catch up to him, but it's hard to manage everything at once, so that's it. That's all, folks.
That's
That's
it.
essentially it. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at c@cynthiasmarketing.com. Karen, where can people find you?
People can find me at Karen_Chalco on Instagram. Why can't I write? Oh,
At
you know what we could give us
Karen.
permission to do? I don't know if StreamYard lets you do that, but like, give me the permission to comment.
Oh, how do I do that?
I don't know.
I think yes.
Maybe for next time, people. Love it. Awesome.
Wait, I can't. It doesn't allow you to do it.
But
There's no option for it.
really? Okay.
Wait,
Well,
maybe I should just Google it or something.
yeah.
All right, guys, we'll figure this out. Thanks for listening. It was a long live stream.
It was a long live stream. Not as long as the last one, 4 hours, right?
Yeah, it was
Okay,
insane.
for the record.
Y'all missed it. I had to unlist it. When these happen, just like pop in because shit pops off, and we only instill in you the gems and random drunk talkings. But have a good night. Have a good night, Karen. And yeah, I'll keep you posted on that. Can you remind me? Or I'll remind myself. Let me just make a note. I'm gonna forward you that information for that speaking gig.
Okay. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and it would be a good time for you to like just think about new like speaking topics and just
Oh yeah.
regardless, at least you'll have those on like in hand in case something happens or like someone wants to refer you to something. You'd be like, hey, these are my speaking topics, blah blah blah.
Love it.
All right, guys.
Muchas gracias, everybody.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.